straight cook the motherfucker.
What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, family? It's your boy, the Wallstreet Trappin, man. Welcome to another episode of Trappin Tuesday. All right, man, we talking episode, what this is, 47? Ooh. We talking episode 47, y'all. We showing y'all what consistency looks like. Man, tonight is so special to me, man. I was talking to my team, and of course, some of y'all saw me on the live right now, and I want y'all to know my energy comes from the idea and the fact that I know I am a certified money printer. But what I've accomplished and what I am accomplishing is not something that you cannot do. I want you to understand the magnitude of being able to use the machine that America uses to print money, the same machine that 70% of the wealthy use, 80% of the wealthy use to not only secure wealth, but to stimulate their wealth. They use the stock market. I want you to understand what type of energy that you move around with, knowing that you are solely responsible. You are now playing a sport, not the sport of basketball, not the sport of football, not the sport of baseball, not the sport of soccer, but you playing a sport of building wealth. It's a different type of game. It plays by a different type of rules. Now look, I don't got nothing against nobody that play no sport, but guess what the real game is? The people that own the team. They playing real life Madden. They playing real life NBA 2K. They playing real life FIFA. Anytime a soccer team can offer one player $1.6 billion and he can turn that down, it lets you know that the people who have ownership are playing a different type of game. While you being a fan, somebody else being an owner. I just want you to understand that. I want you to understand that. The idea that there's only one way to get out the hood. The idea that there's a cap on how much money you can make. The idea. I just want you to grasp that concept. If one team is willing to offer one man $1.6 billion, imagine what the owner worth. Imagine what type of mindset that came to when they said, yo, bro, when he said, I'm leaving, and they said, yo, $1.6 billion. In their mind, they already knew everybody got a price. But I want you to understand that he playing a different game. I want you to understand that he playing a different game. Anytime you can say, bro, I don't even want the 1.6 million. That's a billion. That's a different type of freedom. It take a different type of mindset to say, nah, bro, I don't want that. I'm good. So tonight we're going to also talk about money scripts. We're going to talk about the money scripts. We're going to talk about the mindset and what it takes for you to walk away from a certain type of money. What is your freedom worth? What is the freedom cost? And while most people looking at that like, man, I would never turn down $1.96 billion. Just imagine what it took for him to say, nah, I'm good, fam. What you can earn in this life, what freedom looks like to you in this life is completely different than what they've been told to you, what has been taught to you. The paradigm has to shift. Trap, you excited? Why you always feel like you're fussing at me? I'm just passionate about what I'm doing. Because for me, it's clicking. For me, it's clicking. The name of tonight's show is 1 Million in a Recession. It's clicking for me tonight. It's clicking for me now. You know why? Back to back, I'm gonna be real with you. Never have I had days like this. Friday, 32,000. Monday, 26,000. Today, 19,000. I'm gonna keep it real. Listen, it's clicking, but not just for me. Not just for me. I had a call Saturday with my people in the Patreon group. One of the OGs, OG Larry, he said, Trap, because I called the dudes older than me, he said, Trap, bro, I was with my retirement account, had X amount of dollars, and it took me 10 years, 15 years to get it there. He said, Trap, I've been with you for a month, and I done doubled that. He said, bro, I've been with you for a month. I just been with you for a month. I done almost doubled that. Trap, he said, I done almost doubled it. I done almost beat what it took me 15 years for them to do. I done almost did it in a month, Trap. That's what happened when he believed that. It's a new belief system that come to play now. It's a new belief system that come to play. And that's the thing I want you to understand about me. It ain't even about me making money. It's the belief system that I have that I know I can go get it. Most people be like, yo, I'm a hustler. Bump that. Bump that. I'm an investor. Because while you a hustler, that still means you got to go grind. That still means you got to go bust your tail. And I ain't mad at that, but I'm an investor. And I'm mastering the game and letting my money work for me. I'm mastering the game of being smarter and not working harder. I'm mastering the game of understanding if I do a little more reading, if I do a little more research, if I do a little more understanding the past, then I can put the right money in the position to do what it need to do for me. I want my money to do gymnastics. I want my money to be doing the Dominique dolls. That's what I want my money to be doing. Somersaults, cartwheels. That's what I want. I'm excited because, yes, I remember last year I took 30 days and I went to Africa. I was like, yo, I'm free. But man, I had such an amazing feeling this week. Not about the money. Not about the money. But this week, I say, man, you know what? Even though we got a tour on the way, I'm taking off. I'm taking off. I say, you know what? I called my daughter mom. I say, man, tell baby girl pack her bags. We going to see the Lion King on Broadway. I ain't never been. She ain't never been. But let me expose her to something different. Let me show her something different. And we went to the Lion King and we both was sitting there excited. We talking about new realities. We talking about a different type of freedom. It may seem small to you, but in my mind, I'm like, bro, I'm not even worrying about work. I'm not worrying about my DMs. I'm not worrying about nobody talking to me in the Patreon. I'm not worrying about nobody calling me. I'm not worrying about nobody texting me. It's me and baby girl time. And I took that Friday, I took that Saturday, and I devoted that time to me and her. We went to the ice cream museum. I went and got our toes and nails done. I let her go spend $1,500 in Zara. I said, yo, it's our time. That was freedom to me. I'm going to get to the tour when I get back. I'll be back in town Sunday. We'll talk about it, team. My team was like, Trap, it's urgent, it's urgent. Ain't nothing more important to me with chilling with my daughter. I'm going to get to it later. That's the type of freedom I'm talking about. And I got that because I understand the confidence I have in building money and making that market print for me. I understand the type of confidence I have. I understand I can walk through the world different. I understand I'm my own stimulus package. I understand I'm my own welfare. I understand I'm my own provider. I understand I'm my own money printer. I understand I'm the sole reason why me, my family, and everybody come behind me gonna get it out the market. We ain't getting it out the mud. I understood that. I understood that. And while we was there with my daughter, I sit and I had a conversation with her. I said, Stank, I want you to know what freedom is. I want you to know that you get assets to take care of your life. I want you to understand assets add to your life. Liabilities take away from your life. I want you to understand the more assets you have, baby girl, the more opportunities you have, baby girl. I want you to understand, baby, the more assets you have, my love, the more freedom you have, my love. I want you to understand, my love, the more assets you have, the more you never got to ask nobody for nothing. But most importantly, I want you to understand, if you got God in your life and you got your daddy in your life, you ain't gonna never need for nothing out here. Because my goal is to help her understand and succeed while I'm here. So the day that I'm gone, she don't have no problems. I want to rob her out of the excuses of saying, I got it out the mud. I want to rob her out the excuses of saying, my daddy wasn't there for me. I want to rob her out of the excuses of saying, I had to work hard for my money. I want to rob her when you have them conversations and when she with the girls and they talking about struggle and they talking about what they didn't have. I want her to say, yo, I don't relate to that. My pa put me in position. I can't relate. I'm sorry. Call me Nunu. I won't take that away from her. I wanted to see what different countries look like at a young age. I told her mama, it's time for a passport now. I said, where you want to go? She said, Tokyo. I said, it is done. It's done. Setting a new standard, setting a new norm for her, setting a new standard, setting a new norm for me. I want you to understand there's so much power in creating a life that you want. There's so much power. The only limitations you have in life are the ones that you put on your goddamn self. Take them limitations off you. Take them off you. Stop saying what you can't do, because he told us in Jeremiah 29 everything he needed to tell us. He told us everything we needed to know. So when you doubting and when you ain't understanding, just go look at Jeremiah 29. It's going to give you some reassurance. It's going to give you some confidence. Now, I ain't the most spiritual person, but what I am saying is this. I know I ain't get here by myself, but while I'm here, I'm going to make the best of it. That's what I know. While I'm here, I'm going to unturn every rock. Ain't a stone I'm going to leave unturned. Ain't a way in the market. I'm going to equip myself. I'm like a utility knife. You want to do buy and hold? Bet we doing that. You want to do some options? Bet we doing that. You want to buy some real estate? Bet we doing that. No longer we getting it out the mud. We getting it out the market, and I want you to embody that. I want you to embody that. I want you to understand that. So what if your people don't get it? So what? It ain't for them to get. I'm going to keep it 100 with you, man. I'm going to keep it 100 with you, man. Some of my homies, some of my closest friends right now, they robbers, they killers, they jackers, they dope dealers. It's what they do. But guess what? They knew me for being something. But guess what? When I understood what my mission was, I say, fam, I got to leave y'all right here so I can go get what got to be got. I got to go introduce, because they got some territory with my name on it. And you can't get it. You can't get it. You can't get it. She can't get it. It's my territory. It got my name on it. I'm the only one that can go get it. So I got to leave y'all right now, because you got me anchored to this. You know me as free to shooter. You know me as free to hitter. You know me as free to robber. You know me as free to jacker. You know me as free to plug. You know I know how to go get it. But fam, if I let you tie me to that, I can't go get this new territory. I got to renegotiate the contract right here. I'm going to tear it up. I'm going to rip it up. I'm going to throw it in the fire, because I got new territory to go get. And I can't get it if I'm sitting there talking to y'all all the time. I got to leave. I love y'all. I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave. But guess what? I ain't forgot you. I ain't forgot you. I check in and let you know I love you. I check in to make sure you are right. I still come to events, birthday parties, weddings. I still come to them. But guess what? Once we hit multi-millionaire status, guess what? Anybody that I come from my past that won't get on, guess what? Here's the course, bro. Here's the course, sis. And guess what? You got my direct line. Call me if you got an issue. I got you. I didn't give about 6 of my homies the Wallstreet Trappin course and the option course. I said, bro, call me when you need me. I'm here. So I ain't left you. I just went and got some territory. Because if I ain't go get it, none of us ain't going to get exposed to it. If I don't go get it, we all going to accept the fact that we going to either go to prison or we going to go to jail. So that means we operating on borrowed time. That means we ain't in alignment. That means we ain't connected to the person that gave us the power. We ain't connected to the person that told us, for I know the plans I had for you before you were made. We ain't connecting to that person. We trying to operate on our own. And that's why it's so hard. That's why we can't go get the money. We ain't got no peace. That's why we can't go get the money. We ain't got no assignment. That's why we can't go get the money. We ain't got no purpose. That's why we can't go get the money, because we don't know what the hell we doing. All we know how to do is sell drugs and hustle. All we know how to do is 9 to 5, and then we get mad at the people that get money. We got a money script that say, yo, rich people evil, wealthy people evil, wealthy people greedy. They ain't doing something right. I can't do that. We got them money scriptures. We ain't never unanchored from where the hell we was. Yo, we the last ones to get it out the mud. We getting it out the market. I'm letting you know that. Letting you know that. I need you to understand that. I need you to walk with me on this journey, because I promise I ain't begging nobody. I ain't trying to convince nobody. I ain't trying to convince you. A dude asked me the other day on my live, on my page, he said, Trap, how do we know that ain't a paper trading account that you making this money on? How we know that ain't monopoly money you playing with? I said, bro, you don't, and guess what? I ain't trying to convince you. I ain't trying to convince you. That ain't for me to do. If you think it's a paper trading account, think it's a paper trading account. That's for you to deal with, not me. That's a problem that you have, not me. I want you to understand, and I want you to take on the mindset that the people that's doubting you, guess what? That's a them problem, not a you problem. It's a them problem. If they don't believe you, guess what? It's a them problem, not a you problem. I need you to deal with your problems, not their problem. I don't want you to convince them. I don't want you to have to manipulate them. I don't want you to get frustrated because you keep telling them and they don't want to listen. Go get it. Go achieve it. Go flip over the rocks. Go get the pot of gold. Because here's what's going to happen. Once you get the pot of gold, guess what they're going to say? I believe. Teach me. I'm hungry. I should have been listened. I've been knowing free. I've been knowing you. Put me on. And guess what? Here, fam. Here, fam. It's all good. It's not a problem. Because I can't force you to want something that you don't see. I can't force you to believe what I believe. Because the seed wasn't planted in you, the seed was planted in me. I had to nurture the seed. But guess what? In the Bible, in the Quran, it tells us, be fruitful and multiply. So you can think that it's making babies, but here's what I take it as. Go be financially, go be abundant in this world that I've given you dominion over. Go do everything. Just align with me. So guess what? I ain't fighting. I ain't convincing. I ain't being humble either. Because when I was homeless, I ain't have to be humble. You ain't tell me be humble when I was homeless. You ain't tell me be humble while I was in prison. You ain't tell me be humble when I was sleeping on a king-size air mattress and I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I had to fill it back up. You ain't tell me be humble then. You was cool with me then. You told me everything gonna be all right then. You respected me then. So guess what? When I go say, yo, we made a meal out the market, guess what? When we say, I ain't gotta be humble, but I ain't gotta throw nothing in your face. I just wanna show you the opportunities because I'ma live. You gonna live. We ain't gotta convince nobody. It's our turn right now, y'all. It's our turn. You got to understand the magnitude of what's going on. You got to understand the magnitude of what's going on. We got to understand the magnitude. We got to understand the power. We got to be able to go with what's going on. I just saw on Instagram that a man worth $25 billion. Guess what he just did? He said, yo, I'm stepping down. I'm giving the whole empire to my son. I'm stepping down. I'm tired. I'm giving the empire to my son. He worth $25 billion. What we doing to our kids? What we leaving our kids? Stress. What we leaving our kids? Debt. What we leaving our kids? High blood pressure. What we leaving our kids? Bad food habits. What we leaving our kids? Lack, scarcity mindset. What we leaving our kids? What we leaving our nieces and nephews? What we leaving them? Sure, ain't no $25 billion empire they can take over, but guess what? That changes today. That changes now. And I don't care what nobody think. I don't care what nobody believe. I need you to believe it. And it don't happen overnight. So I need you to put that 1-year plan in place. I need you to put that 3-year plan in place. I need you to put that 5-year plan in place. I need you to put that 10-year plan in place. And once you get to the 10 years, I need you to start it all over again. Another 1-year plan, another 3-year plan, another 5-year plan, another 10-year plan. I want you to plan on the next 20 years, you're going to dominate this shit. You got territory with your name on it. My territory ain't your territory, so you don't gotta be like Trap. This shit got my name on it. It's wrote on it for me. I gotta go get it. It's mine. So when I separate myself from people, I keep telling you, it ain't no beef. I just see your territory over there, and I'm proud for you. I salute you. Go get your territory. But guess what Trap gonna do? We on tour, because we got a territory. We got to go got our name on it. We got a lease. We got to negotiate a new contract. We got to go set up trap houses in every state in America. Guess what? We're going to do it one city, one state at a time. They got territory with my name on it. I ain't got to compete with nobody. I can't compete where I don't compare. I'm going to say that again. I ain't competing where I don't compare. Not saying nobody ain't equal, but we on 2 different levels. Everybody, I'm doing my own thing. Trap over here. Only people I got to be cool with is the people I'm running this goddamn team with. Everybody else, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. I'm cool with that. I'm just going to get the territory with my name on it. I want you to go get the territory with your name on it. I want you to go fight for yours. I want you to go fight for yours. I want you to know you are adequate. I want you to know you are enough. I want you to know you are unlimited. I want you to understand that you have what it takes. I want you to understand you are resilient. I want you to understand you are powerful. I want you to understand that you were fearfully and wonderfully made. And the reason why I'm telling you you are fearfully and wonderfully made, because when you are fearfully made, that means you were made with the right touch. That means when you were made, God said, yo, I can't mess this one up. I want you to understand when he made you that time, when he made you, he said, hey, I got to put the right amount of this. I got to put the right amount of that. I got to put a little sprinkle of this. And hold up, I got to get the measuring cup because I got to get this one right. Fearfully. I want you to understand when you fearfully do something, that means you stepping on eggshells. That means you moving it with precision. When you fearfully doing something, that means you got to have the right measurements. When you fearfully do something, that means precision. When you're fearfully doing something, you won't mix the ingredients just right. When you're fearfully doing something, you're going strategically by the book. You ain't freestyling it. When you're fearfully doing it, that means I'm making sure this right, because if I don't make it right, I'm going to mess it all up. You were fearfully and wonderfully made, family. Fearfully and wonderfully made, family. That's what you was made from. So I want you to know when I tell you enough, I ain't the one saying you enough. I'm telling you that the person who made this whole thing said you were enough. I need you to know that. I need you to know that. I want you to understand that. I want you to wrap your brain around that. Wrap your mind around that. Wrap your soul around that. Wrap your spirit around that. Fearfully and wonderfully made, man. man, building wealth is bigger than just money. I want you to think about legacy. I want you to think about what happens when you put yourself in a situation and you overcome everything that you encountered. I want you to transcend to another level. You was raped, all right, bet. Let's get over it. Let's move. Let's heal the wounds and go. You went to prison, all right, cool. Let's get over it. Don't let that be the crutch we lean on. You ain't had no daddy? Bet. Your mama and daddy was abusive? Bet. Bet. I know there's trauma that come with that. I know there's scars that come with that. But guess what? You were still fearfully and wonderfully made. No matter what you went through, I want you to understand that part. Fearfully and wonderfully made. That means things gonna happen. Fearfully and wonderfully made. All right. Amen. 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 I'm telling y'all, it's one of them nights, man. I'm kind of like holding back my tears because there's something inside of me right now, man, that I feel that just won't erupt, yo. I don't know. I've been preaching about the market for so long, but I just feel like there's a power inside of me. There's a power inside of me, man, that I feel like something about to happen. There's a transition happening. The meek shall inherit the earth, and I feel like it's that time. There's a new awakening. There's a true financial revolution that's happening. There's a people that is now becoming aware of the possibilities and the potential that they have. And it marks the day of a new beginning. And I don't want you to be scared of losing money no more. I want you to say something before we get into this show, man. And I apologize for this 29, 30-minute opening. But I want you to say this with me, man. I will no longer fertilize my fears. I will no longer fertilize my fears. The fear of losing money, the fear of losing your job, the fear of not being enough, the fear of risking it all. I don't want you to fertilize that fear no more. After tonight, we're not doing that no more. Fearfully, wonderfully made. Fearfully, wonderfully made, man. I love it, man. Let's go, man. Hey. Hey. Trappin' Tuesdays, episode 47. We in the building. Today, turn that beat up right quick. Give me a little bit of something, family. I need something. You know what I'm saying? I need something, family. I need something, family. Okay. Okay. Listen. Yeah. It's one of them shows tonight, y'all. I told y'all we on a different type of time. We on a different type of time. I want you to understand that the true objective of wealth attainment and wealth accumulation is to eradicate the comprehensive ingredients that formulate poverty. Let me say that again, man. The true objective of wealth attainment and wealth accumulation is to eradicate the comprehensive ingredients that formulate poverty, man. Wealth suppression and the permanent subpar realities. Realities that we often accept because we haven't been equipped properly to partake in the revolution of breaking barriers and trailblazing new standards. This financial euphoria. There's punitive damages that we endure as a prerequisite of being black, of being lower class, of being working class in America. It is unacceptable. It is unequivocally dreadful. But now more than ever, it is urgent. It is urgent for us to devise a strategy. It is urgent for us to propel to victory over the next 5, 10, 15 years. Sustainable wealth is made in recessions. Sustainable wealth, we gotta start now, and it starts from zero, y'all. Sustainable wealth. Sustainable wealth, we made $1 million in a recession. I don't care what happened after this, yo. We gonna set goals, we gonna accomplish goals, and then we gonna create new goals. We gonna break them old money habits, we gonna break them old money scripts, man. It's a prerequisite. We've accepted old realities and old norms, man. And we're gonna just renegotiate that contract, man. Tonight I wanna leave here not just inspired, but tonight I want us to leave here equipped. And here's what I want to do, man. Everybody that's on IG, man, I see y'all. This is going to be an amazing show tonight. Man, listen, come to the YouTube. It's called Trappin Tuesdays. It's on the Wallstreet Looks Like Us Now network on YouTube right now. Man, send as many people as you can. I promise y'all, man, if you've never been to the show, this is one of them shows, man. We ain't just about talking about stocks. We talk about stocks. We talk about wealth. We talking about financial trauma. We talking about healing you. We talking about taking you to the next level. We talking about taking your family to the next level. We talking about taking your lineage. We talking about taking your last name to another level. We talking about turning you all the way up, man. We talk about turning you all the way up. And when you come to the chat, I want you to say, we here, Trap. When you come to the chat, I want you to say, we here, Trap. When you come to the chat, I want you to say, we ready to make some money, Trap. When you come here, I want you to let you know that we here, man. This home. If you serious about building wealth, this home. And it's gonna be a 3-hour show tonight. So, man, come over here, man. Bring your pen and your pad. I'm about to end this Instagram live. Man, come over here, get in the comments, and let them know we here, Trap. Let me know, let my team know. My team, they do wonders, man. So I want y'all to understand this, man. We got 3,000 people in the building, man. Let's go. Meet me on Instagram, on YouTube Live right now. I see my brother Duke in the building. Duke, bring yourself over here, too, with the Nice and Neat podcast. And if you ain't ever heard my interview over there, go check it out, man. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper, about to end this live. Meet me on Trappin Tuesdays, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Let's go. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, we here. Trappin Tuesday, episode 47. We just loading the clip. Ooh, turn it up a little bit today. Give me a little bit. We gonna vibe right quick, partner. We gonna vibe right quick, partner. You can't catch this vibe nowhere, I promise. It's our territory. It's our territory. I see you, Letitia. I see you, Larry Morgan. I see you, TC Smith. I see you, Supreme V. I see you, JB. I see you, Tori. I see you, Chop White. I see you, Keisha. I see you, Eloise. I see you, Gutter CEO. I see you, fam. Yeah, we live just in case you ain't know. Just in case you ain't know, just in case you thought this was pre-recorded, you can't get this energy nowhere. I need you to get all your people and tell them come, because we ain't even got into the content yet. Man, hit the like, get the likes up, man. Also, yo, we on tour. We got a goddamn tour. And we going to 7 cities. Atlanta, August 1st. Houston, August 8th. New Orleans, August 15th. We got LA coming up. We got New York coming up. We got Philly coming up. We got Chicago coming up. Hey, we coming to your city. We on tour. Get the tickets, $97. I promise you, the energy we coming with, the information I'm coming with, it's a whole new level. Because I don't want to inspire you. I don't want you to have millionaire quotes. I don't want you to have billionaire quotes. I don't want you to look at your notebook when you leave and say, damn, I got a bunch of billionaire, millionaire quotes, but I don't know what to do after this. I'm going to leave you there with tools. One of the things I'm going to show you on the tour is my entire financial setup. I'm going to show you how I got my LLC set up. I'm going to show you how I got my S-Corp set up. I'm going to show you how I got everything set up. Nobody ain't showing you that. You know why? Because nobody ain't doing that. I learned this the hard way. I'm on my 5th CPA. Guess what? Every time I switch one, I learned a new lesson and I document it. So guess what I'm showing you on tour? Yo, this the mistakes Trap made. This where I'm at right now. Oh yeah, when we bought the 40 acres of land, guess what? Ain't nobody taught me nothing. I had to negotiate that contract my damn self. My homie, him 500 just came along from a ride. I ain't gonna lie to you, but that was my dog. So I said, bro, we're gonna get these 40 acres of land. He said, bro, whatever you say, we running with it. Guess what? I went to the people and said, we need this, we need this, we need this, we need this. The people said, well, damn, how you knew all that? I said, renegotiate the contract. Put it in the lease. Put it in the contract when I get ownership. And guess what you gonna get on the tour? The whole blueprint of what I said. Guess what? You wanna learn how to set the long-term goals in the market? I got you. But you wanna learn how to get them goals in a year? Guess what? How I beat the market last year? How we up 20% this year? Guess what? I'm gonna show it to you on the tour. It ain't in a course. It ain't in none of that. Guess what? For $97, come holler at me in your city. Come holler at me in your city. And guess what? If you get the VIP or elite VIP, guess what? You're going to get the workbook with all the content in it. Here you go. You can bring that to your CPA. You can bring that to your lawyer when you want to buy some land. You can study this document. Guess what? I ain't got no quotes for you. I ain't got nothing to inspire you. Guess what? I got tools to equip your ass. That's what I got. That's what I got. See me on tour, man. Let's get into the goddamn content. Let's go, baby. Hey, let's go, baby. Hey, it's one of them nights, man. It's one of them nights, man. Hey, let's go. You know, y'all know how we do it. Y'all know how we do it. Before we get into the content, man, listen. Episode 47. Y'all see what type of time we on. Man, share this to everybody you know. Let's get 3,000 people in the chat, yo. Jose, damn, bro, we 40 minutes in. This is a 3-hour show. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But that's all right. Sometimes we got to do that. Sometimes you need that. This financial chastisement. You need it. It's okay. I want y'all to get the likes up. Hit the like button, man. We got Jose, we got almost 2,500 people in here. We ain't playing. They ain't playing. They ain't playing. Before we get started, let me shout out my team, man. Brandon, what's good, baby? We got Bree. If you ever see building a brand, or you ever see some of the behind-the-scenes content, that come from Brandon. Let's give Brandon a round of applause. When y'all looking at my camera view, man, we got George on this camera. We got Gindy on this camera, and they work together on the middle camera. Let's give them a round of applause. If y'all ever see the Instagram content on Instagram, that's Jose and that's Steve. Y'all already know Jose work in the chat. Y'all already know Jose make sure we can monetize the YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Also, every episode that get downloaded on YouTube, every episode that get downloaded on Trappin Tuesday, the audio, y'all need to subscribe to that. We're going to clap for Jose on that. All the content you see on the screen, that's my dog Dave in the back. You feel what I'm saying? Let's clap for Dave, man. Hola, Espanol. Let's clap for the team, man. And that's George and Gindy. And y'all know the beats, the heartbeat of what we do is Tootie on the MF track. Let's clap for Tootie, man. Love the team, man. So let's get into tonight, man. Listen, man, I am a certified Wall Street trapper. I'm confident in my ability to make great investments. The stock market is a machine that prints money, and I'm more than capable of operating that machine. Not only will I free myself, but my family will eat for a lifetime based off the information I apply today. I'm a money maker and a wealth builder. Today, not yesterday, not last week. Today, I break the chains that anchor me to the poverty mindset. My ancestors will smile now because I have turned our last name to an asset. Wait, let's back up for a second and say that again. I want you to understand how your ancestors smile because somebody died, somebody sacrificed, somebody jumped over a ship into the ocean. That's right. Somebody jumped over a ship into an ocean. That's right. Somebody ran away from the plantation. Somebody got hung from a tree. Somebody got raped. Somebody got molested. Somebody sacrificed. Somebody gave master a child because they wanted to spare your life. Somebody gave master a child. Somebody took that. Somebody, some ancestor gonna smile now because everything they endured, you went around and turned your last name to an asset. So we're gonna say that again. We're gonna say it again. My ancestors will smile now because I have turned our last name into an asset. My family's purchasing power will increase indefinitely. Today I make the declaration that no longer will I be a slave to money. No longer will the generations behind me inherit lack. No longer will I sell my time for money. I am a first generation millionaire. I am the architect of my family's legacy. I am a certified Wall Street trapper, and Wall Street looks like us now. Let's go, baby. Ooh, we on fire tonight. We on fire tonight. Goddamn. True that, give me some vibe on that. There we go. There we go. Okay. How y'all feel in the chat? Goddamn, Jose, we 45 minutes in. Damn it. George, can I get some water? Sheesh. Dave, run the intro to the tour, goddamn. Run the commercial right quick. Run the commercial right quick, Dave.
Like, we the only one doing a live show with this much production. Like, we bar none, we just different. We not in competition with nobody. To see somebody that looks like us talk about stocks, because I had never seen that before.
You know, we buy during the drought, and a recession is the best time to buy.
Someone give me raw and uncut information.
I know how to break down a company. I know how to invest. Being a more confident investor.
That Wall Street does look like us, no cliche. I would no longer fertilize my fears. That financial trauma has to be broken. We got to understand that we are more than consumers.
One share at a time can change your life.
What we doing? What we doing?
We're printing money, baby.
Hey, check this out. This segment is brought to you by Vita Cold Water. Farmers Organic. Hand-picked from organic farms. Yum. We're going to get a sponsorship by these people, man. They're going to have to pay me for what we doing right here, man. I ain't going to even lie. They're going to have to pay me for this right here. They're going to have to pay me for this right here. How we feeling tonight, man? Let's see it in the chat, man. We got a lot to go over tonight. I'm missing my damn. Somebody give me an ink pen. We got a lot to go over tonight in the chat, man. We're gonna get busy, right? We got a lot to go. We got a lot to do. I already know Tootie gonna be saying speed up, but I'm just putting it out there. This is a 3-hour episode. So put the babies to sleep. You know, make sure they all right. You know what I'm saying? Fellas, eat your pineapples. You know what I'm saying? Y'all here smelling like Hennessy, Casamigos. You know what I'm saying? All right, man, let's get into it, man. First and foremost, man, all indexes was up. Listen, Dow was up. Not only was the Dow was up, the NASDAQ was up, and then the S&P was up. But here's what I want to talk about right now, man. So, essentially, I'm about to contradict the market, right? We're going to contradict the market. So the NASDAQ did go up. The NASDAQ did go up into the bull market in March. In March. The NASDAQ entered the bull market in March, right? And then the S&P has now entered the so-called bull market. But here's what I want to understand. There's some notes I wrote down that I want us to get, that I truly want us to wrap our head around. Watch this. 40% of the S&P 500 is still subpar. It's not running, right? And we're going to get into this later on, right? And I want us to make sense of it. There's only about 10 companies that are actually holding the actual S&P up. There's only about the top 10. The top 10 is holding the S&P up. Remember I talked about the Magnificent 7 plus 8 if you add Eli Lilly. There's only about 10 companies that's really killing it. There's 45% of companies that are averaging right now, their annual return this year is 0.2, which means they're not beating the S&P. You feel me? I want us to make that make sense, right? So now what we will say is, and I just write this down so I can, the NASDAQ, watch this. So we understand that the NASDAQ and the S&P are two different indexes, right? Or indices, if I'm being politically correct. They're two different. Remember, the S&P 500 is 500 companies. Really, it's like, I think it's 508. I think it's 508 companies in total. I may be wrong. I think it's 498 or 508, something like that. I'm a little off. And the NASDAQ is actually like 101 companies, right? The companies on the NASDAQ, even though there's some on the S&P, 70% of the companies on the NASDAQ have their what? I want you to understand, they've doubled their earnings power. So 70% of the companies on the NASDAQ have doubled their earnings power this year, meaning they've doubled the money the company has earned. I want you to understand that. While the S&P earnings have actually declined. Watch me, y'all, because I want to make us understand it. So for all my new people, the S&P 500 is called the big board. So that is where the 500 best companies in America are, right? The 500 best companies in America are on the S&P 500, right? The NASDAQ composite, it consists of most of your technology companies. So it's 75%, 80% technology companies. You got a couple banks in there, and then you got a couple companies, you know, along the way. So the S&P 500, in majority, we talking about in totality, the earnings has declined, which means, now I want to show you the similarities in this. The top companies in the S&P are your technology companies. These companies have doubled the revenue. Majority of those companies have doubled their earnings, which means they've brought in more money, they've doubled the earning power of the company. While the S&P, 80% of them have declined, have not doubled earnings, but actually have declined, which means if you take the companies from the NASDAQ that are on the S&P, if you take them out of the S&P probably will only be up 1 or 2% on the year. I want you to understand that. The reason why I want us to understand it is because even though America and I'm so happy a lot of people making money, what I do want us to also understand is tonight we're going to talk about this thing called a rollover recession, a rolling recession. But what I want us to understand is this. The same America that told us we are not in a recession, listen to me well, the same America that said we are not in a recession, when we look at what a recession is, it is primarily, in the framework behind that is 2 negative quarters of GDP, gross domestic product, which means the economy is bringing in less and less, right? 2 negative quarters typically mean we're in a recession. Well, we had those 2 quarters, and America said, well, we are not in a recession. How? How is this possible? When for years you said, 2 quarters of negative GDP means we're not in a recession. Okay, cool. I want you to understand how this contradictory statement is. Okay, now they're saying we're into the bull market because what? These indexes have now surpassed what? The bear market lows by 20% or more. How is that contradictory, Trap? Well, it's kind of like somebody reading the Bible. They only take the good out of the Bible when they want to use it, but when they look at this, you're like, nope, I don't want to use that. So I want us to get mixed up in what was going on in the market, saying, we're in the bear market, Trap. Well, I want us to look at everything in totality instead of looking at just what they're telling us. I want us to get familiar with totality I want us to look at the bigger picture. Please, y'all, share this out tonight. I'm talking about we gonna break some stuff down tonight. We're going to help a lot of people out tonight, man. Also, let's get the likes up. We had 1,000 likes. We got 2,600 people in the chat. Let's get to 2,000 likes tonight. Let's do something different tonight. I think our total goal is 3,200. Let's go get 3,500 people in here tonight, y'all. It's going to be one of them shows. Flush It Up, Flip It, going to be crazy tonight, too. So I want us to get in because tonight we want to help people understand the market and we're going to help people understand what's ahead. Our goal with Trappin Tuesdays each and every week is to help us, one, invest with confidence, two, build legacy, and three, make great investment decisions. That's our goal. Invest with confidence, make great investment decisions, and build legacy. That's our goal. The only way you can do that is if you understand what's going on, right? I always tell my mentees this, your market emotions and the data have to be on the same accord. Your emotions and the data have to be on the same accord. If the data and your emotion are on two different accords, don't make no move. If your emotion and the data not aligning, don't make no move because there's confusion. There's confusion. And I don't care if they're listening because I said Magnificent 7 plus 8 of you at Eli Lilly. Next thing we know, they saying Magnificent 7 on TV. We ain't going to say nothing, no. All right, so what I want us to understand is if we take away the top 10 companies, the S&P is not up the way they think it is. So we already understand what? We understand. First, let me say this. Shout out to the two people. Shout out Nat. Appreciate you, Queen. Definitely go check out that For Every Woman podcast, man. She got some crazy stuff going on there. We salute that Queen. Appreciate, Abbas? I don't want to say the name wrong. I don't know what Jose talking about. But I appreciate you for the $99 super chat as well. I don't know what Jose talking about. He can't even say it right. You feel me? So I want us to understand that. Are we truly in the bear market or is it a type of facade? Right? Is it a type of facade? Meaning, are we truly here? Usually, if we enter a bear market, we see more than one sector or two sectors running. Usually, we see what's the word I want to use? We see a compilation of stocks or sectors moving. We don't see that right now. We see one or two sectors moving that is powered by AI. We see what's moving the sectors a certain way. So I typically don't feel like we're in an actual bull market. I don't think we're in a full-off bull market. I don't think so. I don't think we're in a full-fledged bull market. And the reason why is because you don't see industrials running. You don't see basic materials running. You don't see healthcare running. You don't see, you know what I'm saying? We don't see everything running. Now, here's what we do understand about the market. Where there's a bull market somewhere, there's also a bear market somewhere. All 11, it's very rare you'll get all 11 sectors running. Very rare you'll get 9 out of 11 sectors running. That's not it. But in an extensive bull market, and even tonight we're going to show you, like it's more than one or two sectors that's running. And right now, that's all we have. That's all we have. And so I don't want us to get caught up in the idea, and I don't want us to get overzealous behind what we see. I'm glad we're making money, especially my people in the Patreon. I'm glad we're making money. I'm glad we're going crazy. But I definitely want us to just be cautious and don't get so caught up in the hype to where we forget what's really going on. All right, let's move on. Let's get into this heat check, man. So listen, we see that the market is truly in greed mode. We got, look where we at. New American Dream, appreciate the super chat, family. This is how you know the market is in extreme greed. Watch, we got 4,800,000 calls. We got 3,831,000 puts. Yo, that's 100,000. Am I right? 100,000? No. 1 million. That's 1 million? 10 million. Am I right? 1 million. 1 million. We got 1 million. We got 1 million more calls than puts. 1 million more calls than puts. Little less, but 1 million more calls than puts. That says a lot. Thank you, Zay. I got you a little too late, Zay, but yep, that's it. I was looking at it a little sideways. My energy still, my vision a little. We got 1 million more calls than puts. Yo, we are 46 shows in. 47 shows in. Never have we had 1 million more calls than puts. It's almost 1 million. In 47 shows, we've never had 1 million more puts than calls. You feel me? So we in a different type of environment right here of extreme greed. We extreme greed, and I want us to see that and pay attention to that. Also, when we look at the gauge, remember we said 0.1 puts us in a what? 0.1 puts us in a what? It tells us the market is what? Bearish. It tells us that the market is bearish. Yo, we had a 0.80. We had a 0.80. The VIX was around 14 recently. It's 14. That means the market is in extreme greed when the only thing that we got pushing the greed is AI. The only thing that's pushing the greed is AI. Well, and the fact that inflation is at its lowest point. It's finally at 4%. At 4%. So I just want us to be mindful. My goal is to help us understand how the playing field is being orchestrated. I want us to be in position. I don't want us to miss out on the money, but I don't want us to get so caught up in making the money that we realize that, what's the saying, like everything that glitters ain't gold. That's what I want us to understand. Everything that glitters ain't gold, because 40% of the S&P 500 has a negative 0.2 return. 40% of the S&P 500. That tells us a lot. All right, let's go to the recession portfolio. Hold up, this fear and greed next, right? Let's go. All right, let's look at the heat map right quick. Boom, whole lot of greed right there. Look what we got. We got NVIDIA, another 3% today. Microsoft, 0.73% today. Intel, 2.5% today. Tesla, another. Like, NVIDIA and Tesla is pushing it. It's going crazy. Meta up 0.10%. You ain't really do too much today. Target, 1.1%. Berkshire Hathaway, almost 1%. Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Eli Lilly, Amgen, Pfizer, Lowe's, Netflix. You know, we moving. Basic Materials is a sleeper, but they doing their thing over there. Applied Materials is good. This is what the market looked like today, man. This is our heat check for the day. This is our heat check. All right. Dave, let's put the board in front of their face right quick for a second. Let me know when we do it so they can see it. Boom, there we go. Just put the board in their face right quick. Let them see it. Let them see it. So now y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. Right, let's see. We see exactly. Put it back, Dave. Let them see exactly what we're talking about. So here we're talking about NVIDIA up 3.9%. Today we see Texas Instrument up 1.94%. We see one of my sleepers, CDNS Cadence Design. We see them up 2.48%. If you in the Patreon, we put you on this about a month ago, so you made a whole lot of money off this one. It's running for us. John Deere and Caterpillar actually came up today in the industrials. Right? So we see what's going on right here. All right, Dave, let's move a little further. Let's go to the recession portfolio. All right, Freed and Grid, let's go right here, stop right here. Fear and Greed Index, you see it. We in extreme greed. Over the last few weeks, we were inching closer and closer. Let's put that in their face, Dave. We were going closer and closer. We started at about 55, and then we went to 70, 60, This tells us that now this represents that 1 million. This represents that 1 million more calls than puts that we see. This is the representation right here. So because we're in extreme greed, I just want us to move with caution. I want us to take advantage of the opportunities that we have, but I want us to move with caution. All right, let's go a little further. All right, let's go to the recession portfolio. Boom, we're going to talk about this for a second. First, we'll get into the first part of it, man. All right, so as you can see, we're in a Google 19130 call. It's been kind of fluctuating. It hit deep on us, but it's definitely coming back slowly but surely. Yesterday, it gave us $1,500. Today, it like evened out. We still patient. We okay with that. We can see Meta gave us, we've been in that. If you're in a Patreon, you get all these plays. You've been in these plays. You know what I'm saying? You've been in these plays with me. I have not made one of these plays without you if you're in a Patreon. I have not made any one of these plays without you. We see NVIDIA up 36,000. We made $5,000 a day on it, 5,700. SMH, we up 12,000. You see we made 800 a day on it. And Tesla, we up 37,000. You see we made almost 10 grand on it today. You know what I'm saying? So if you've been with me, if you're in the Patreon, you made every one of these plays with me. I want y'all to know, don't panic on the Google Play. We gonna watch it for a while. We gonna watch it. We ain't panicking on it because no news actually came out to make us feel like we need to panic. We just gonna watch out. We gonna see what it do. All right, let's go a little further. All right, here's our plays right now. As you can see right now, the market is up 12%. The S&P is up 12%. We on pace to probably have at least a 35% year. We good with that. As you can see right now, we up 21%. You feel me? We up 21%. In the S&P, we see the recession portfolio. Last year, we beat the recession by 17%. As of the last trading day this year, we came in this year. We took some plays out. We added some plays in. We actively managing this. So with this one, we see ATRK. That one been coming alive for us. It went down for us for a minute, and it just got active on us. Y'all see one of my favorite picks of lately, CELH Cellulose. We see that one going crazy in the Patreon. Y'all loving that one. They like, Trap is running for me right now. And so this is the buy and hold portfolio. Y'all know Costco. I'm not gonna lie, Crocs, it blew up for us, and it's been trying to fight for us here and there. Darren Green, we appreciate the super chat. Eli Lilly, y'all know what that's doing for us. Lockheed Martin going crazy for us. Meta, NVIDIA. TPH is one of our favorites, and VTRX. So if you're in a Patreon, man, if you're in Masters of the Triple Beam, if you're in a Triple Beam team, or you're in a lottery pick, you get these plays, the lottery pick, and you get the breaking down a brick. If you're in Masters of the Triple Beam, or if you're in the Triple Beam team, you get that, plus the options calls. If you're in Masters of the Triple Beam, we actually did a 3-hour Zoom call this Saturday. Once a month, we do a Zoom call where you get all the questions, answer anything you have. We literally did a 3-hour call this week and Masters of the Triple Beam. I answered everybody called, and then some people got to ask 2 questions. We had like 300 people on the call, you hear me? And it's dope when you can just, it's dope when you can just ask the questions you want to ask. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely, if you want to join the Patreon, let's go, let's get in. Let's go, man. We on tour, goddammit. All right, let's go a little further. All right, and here we go, man. We hit the million mark. Million in recession. You know what I'm saying? Started our hustling, ended up balling. You know what I'm saying? No, this is not my first million in the market. It's my first million in the recession portfolio. It's the first million that we allowed the market to print for us. You know what I'm saying? And I say that with with so much love. Again, we had a $19,000 day today. We had a $26,000 day Monday. We had a $32,000 day Friday. Like, we not doing no more convincing. I ain't trying to convince nobody or nothing. And I just want to tell everybody, today on my Instagram Live, I was on Instagram Live today and I showed people something, Jose. I showed them my first option plays in 2018. $100. I was geeked. I showed them another play. It's still on my personal page. I said, the next play I had, later on, $500. I was geeked. Lost some money, another play, $900. Geeked. But this 2018. We're talking 5 years. So we go have a $19,000 day. Yo, I put in the work for that. We have a $32,000 day. Yo, I put in the work for that. You feel me? I used to go in the bathroom on the job, in the porta potty, sitting that thing for 30, 45 minutes. Look, reading articles, figuring out, you know what I'm saying? Because even on the job, I ain't care about the job. I knew at some point that this tool, if I got it right, I knew for a fact, Jose, if I got it right, man, I could free my whole family. If I got it right, I will unleash another type of power. Bro, if I got it right, that's the equivalent of Mario eating a mushroom, fam. I done hit the coin button. Ding, 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 ding. I just keep hitting it. Sonic the Hedgehog. All the rings. You feel what I'm saying? You know when he be running, hit the thing. You feel me? I done hit it. You feel me? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I done hit it. I done powered up. And the crazy part is, bro, what I want people to understand is, bro, you trying to get the game. Here's the dope part about it. You trying to get the game overnight and it don't work like that. I'm going to be real with you, bro. From buying whole to this, the way I play the options game, and everybody that took the option course, they're like, bro, I ain't never seen a course like this. I ain't never heard nobody taught the game like you teach the game, bro. It's because it ain't what I learned from a book. They be like, Trap, what books do I get? I don't know, get all of them, bro. I ain't never used paper money a day in my life. I ain't never used a paper trade account a day in my life, bro. I was putting my hard-earned money in there. Here's why. Because I came from the street, bro, I was never afraid to lose money. Now, I know that ain't everybody's reality. I understand it, but I understand for me, because I was always risking my life, because I was always risking my freedom, I looked at losing money different. In my mind, it ain't nothing but some money. I can go get it back. I ain't risking my life. This a win-win. But because some people work their whole life, they look at money different. Now, I'm not saying nothing wrong with you, but in order for you to get where you got to go, you got to overcome the fears. There's a certain set of fears that you got to overcome. There's a certain set of stress that you got to overcome. There's a certain mental psychology that you got to overcome. You got to stop saying, bro, I'm scared to lose money. You know why? You ain't scared to lose money. It's the emotion you feel, because every time you go out to eat, every time you take a trip that you can't afford, every time you overdraft, every time you hit that credit card, that's money that you ain't never getting back, but you sacrificing that for some type of momentary gratification. Give up the gratification, lose some money so you can go make $1 million. Lose some money so you can go make $1 million. You got to be stimulated financially, yo. You ain't no, bro, I'm promise y'all, I'm not smarter than y'all. I promise I ain't. Bro, I stopped going to school in the 10th grade. Keeping it real. And I ain't gonna lie, I cheated to get there. I cheated to get there. I ain't did that because what the answer is, fam? I had too much stuff going on in my life. Man, y'all smarter than me, man. Y'all got PhDs, y'all got high school diplomas, y'all got bachelor's degrees, master's degrees. How you letting the market whoop your butt? The only reason the market whooping your butt is because you ain't dedicated enough. It don't mean that much to you. Watch this. Making $1 million in the market don't mean as much to you as being successful in your career. Conquering the market don't mean more than you than paying your bills on time. That's what you fighting with. You fighting with, do I pay my bills or do I put some money in the market? I don't want to be late for work. And man, I should tell my job, man, you don't tell me what to do, fam. I was acting like I already made $1 million. You don't tell me when I can take off, I'm taking off. You ain't telling me when I can't go see my daughter. I'm going to see my daughter, and you do what you got to do because I believed in this. I promise you, I used to tell the people that all the time. We working 7/12s, 30 days straight, 60 days straight. Guess what? I'm taking off. With free, you can't do that. You don't tell me what I can do. I'm leaving. Do what you got to do. If I come back to a job, cool. If I don't, cool. Because in my mind, I knew one thing. If I stayed dedicated to this was going to free me. Sonic. It don't mean that much to you. See, what happens is you want to be comfortable and you want to attain a new reality all at the same time. Newsflash, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. And I ain't telling you go lose your job. What I am telling you is, you got to make a decision. The dope part about it is, and I'm going to keep it 100, you got somebody like me. You got somebody like the other people in the game that's really giving it real, because I ain't hating on nobody. I got my own territory. They got people that's really giving game out here. Aristotle, that young dude giving game out here. Terry, she really giving game out here. I ain't gonna hate on nobody, bro. They got people out here that's really giving game. Guess what? Find somebody that's really giving game and lock in with them every day, all day. Say your prayers, read your Bible, go get the game. Because I promise you, fam, once you learn how to unlock this level, it's like beating Mike Tyson on Mike Tyson Punch-Out. It's a wrap. It's like beating King Cooper on level 8. It's a done deal. What's the next game? It's like playing Super Contra with the cheat code. Left, right, BA start select. I got it. Unlimited guns. What they want to do? I got the gun that shoot fire like this. You feel me? I got the gun that shoot the fire like that. They can't run from it. They can't run from it. You can't run from it. You can't run. Once you learn the game, they can't. Listen, I'm going to be real with y'all. And I told somebody this, bro. I say, man, I'm going to keep it real with you, yo. You know why I can do Trappin Tuesdays now? Because I love the game. But I'm not going to lie. I done unlocked it. Let me tell you how I unlocked it. We made $100 and something thousand last year in options in the recession. Not counting beating the market by 17%. In the recession, when 95% of all the hedge funds lost, while all the big money was sitting on the socket, they were losing money. Guess what we did? We beat the market in the recession. So we came this year, we doubled down. I say, I'm going to make $300,000 this year in the market. If I go get $300,000, we killing it. Guess what now? Guess what I understand now? I'm unstoppable. I got the cheat code. I don't got to be greedy. I can consistently go from making 40 contracts. My next goal now, I want to do 100 contracts. That's my next goal. I'm doing 20 contracts, 30 contracts, 40 contracts. My next goal, I want 100 contracts. After that goal, 250 contracts. After that goal, 500 contracts. After that goal, 1,000 contracts. You know what my goal is ultimately? I want to be $1 million trader. It's going to happen. I don't got a time limit on it, though. It's going to happen. It's going to happen because I got the market ain't going to change. The market ain't going to change. Once you get, Once you can do once you can master buy and hold, here's the triangle offense, y'all. Here's the triangle offense. Once you master buy and hold first, that got to be the foundation. Give me the whiteboard, goddammit. I need you, this is a 3-hour show tonight. Just be ready for what we doing. Jose, we got 3,000 people in the chat. Be ready for what we doing. I'm about to give you the game plan right now. You don't gotta be a day trader. You don't gotta be a day trader. I promise you, you can day trade, but you don't gotta be a day trader. Watch this. I'm about to show you something. About to show you something. About to show you something. Buy. About to show you something. About to show you something. Offense. Offense. Watch this. Offense. Buy and hold. First, I'm going to do it like this. Nope, I'm going to do it like this. This got to be the foundation. Income turns to capital. That's the first thing you got to have. You got to have income. If you ain't got no money, you can't invest. If you ain't got no money, you can't invest. That's the first thing. You got to turn income into capital. Why? Because in the investing world, capital is money to invest. Income is money that's coming in. All right? Income is money coming in. I want you to pay attention to this. I promise you, the game is not complicated. It's simple. Everybody's saying, I got the secret to wealth. I got the secret wealth strategy. No, you don't. Shut up. It's simple. It's simple. Stop trying to trick my people. Stop trying to fool my people. Stop trying to pull the rug over the eyes and sound sophisticated and philosophize and sound like Aristotle. I ain't talking about Aristotle investment. I'm talking about the philosopher Aristotle. Stop trying to do that. It's simple. Income turns to capital. Capital has to start, then you go here. Buy. Buy and hold. It's the foundation. It's the foundation. Why is this the foundation? Why is this the foundation? Because you need money. Then you put your money here. You got to put money in buy and hold first. Why you want to put money in buy and hold first? Because you want to buy great companies that's going to profit and build over time. I don't want you guessing. Magnificent 7 plus 8 if you add Eli Lilly. That's where I want you at. Take the guessing out. Guessing game going. And then watch here. Leap options. That's it. You don't got to do nothing else. You don't got to do nothing else. If you day trade, that's a plus. That's a plus. If you day trade, that's a plus. If you scalp, that's a plus. If you real estate, that's a plus. I'm not saying nothing wrong with any of that. I'm saying this is a plus. If you do trucks, that's a plus. Real estate, trucks, day trade, this is a plus. Here's the triangle offense that you need. You don't need nothing else. Income turns to buy and hold. You want to buy great companies that's going to grow their earnings, grow their revenue, and keep pushing America forward. You only need 8 to 10 of them. You don't need 50 of them. You need 8 to 10 of them. If you won't say, all right, Trap, I want a dividend portfolio. Okay, guess what? This is another portfolio. You got 2 of them. I'm cool with that. Buy and hold. Next, leap options. Why? Because they start at 9 months. So you go they start at 8 months. 8 months, 12 months, 15 months, 18 months. It's on you. It's on you. It's on you. That's why we created the Option Elite. There's not another course out like what I'm teaching. I promise you. And it ain't just the formula for what I'm doing. I got the part in the course called the sauce. Ask the people in the chat, if you got the course and you got the thing called the sauce, once you got to the part that says the sauce, in the chat, just put a fire if you say, oh, this is revolutionary. If you got it in the chat and you got to the part that said the sauce, and you say, oh my God, in the chat, just put some fire, because that part of it was revolutionary. This your triangle offense right here, y'all. I don't even think that worked, Jose. I don't think it worked. Not that link. It's over. I gotta bring it back. I gotta bring it back. Yeah. You feel me? This your triangle offense. Look at the fire. Look at the fire. Look at the fire in the chat. Look at the fire in the chat. Look at the fire in the chat. It's not a game. It's not a game. If you got the course and you got to the part that said the sauce and you just step back and say, boy, this Trap knows something. That's how everything I taught in the options course was everything that I did to make money last year and to make money this year. Here's the crazy part about it. Here's the crazy part what I really want you to understand. I promise you this. It took for me to lose $113,000 for me to say, oh, there's data inside that I got to learn. I said, oh, there's data in that. And that's where that come from, y'all. So here's what I want you to do. Put your blueprint together. Put your blueprint together. And guess what? On the tour, guess what I'm going to show y'all? This ain't in no course. I'm going to show y'all, yo, this how we beat the market year after year. Meaning, not your long-term portfolio, in your one-year portfolio, this how we beat the market right here. This how we beat the market right here. This how we beat the market right here. Jose, put the link for the tour in the chat. Let's go crazy, y'all. Income. Turn your income. First thing you need to learn is buy and hold. Because you want your money always working for you. This the money, all you do is push this. All you do is push this. The next thing I want you to do, after you learn this, I want you to go to the leave options. Why? Because you don't got it. You can take the risk off the table. You take the risk off the table once you learn how to play the lease, because you can let the market go through what it got to go through and still make money. You got that thing out for 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, 1 year. Yo, get your emotions. You got to overcome the emotions. Go make some money, man. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Let's get it to it, baby. Let's get it to it, baby. All right, man. What's next, man? Ha. Cut it, Tootie. All right, let's go, man. All right, so last time the stock market hit 4,300, here's the best 10 stocks that operated the best way. The last time the market hit 4,300, of course, we talked about the S&P hitting all-time high. So Arch, Meta, Win Result, First Solar, NVIDIA, Las Vegas Sands, FICO, Polk Group, Netflix, and Royal Caribbean. First of all, we got to talk about Royal Caribbean, yo, because, yo, this is going crazy. This is going crazy what Royal Caribbean is doing, man. Jose, we got 3,100 people in the chat, man.
Try to get that 32, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all trapping tonight. Y'all trapping tonight. All right, let's go a little further. All right, so taking a bite out of Apple. All right, y'all. So let's talk about this for a second. Of course, we understand that Apple is the most, I want to say one of the biggest company. We'll say that. Apple is the biggest company on the market, right? And I think it's no longer looked at as a technology company. It's more so looked at as a consumer staple, right? Watch this. Analysts downgraded Apple. Analysts downgraded Apple to a neutral. They downgraded Apple to a neutral. Now, I'm not mad at it. Here's why I'm not mad at it. Because the iPhone remains under pressure because even though they're selling, they're not pushing like they were. The Macs are down. The sales are down a bit. But also, the service selection is down. Just a bit. Not a lot, but a bit. Now, here's how I knew. They only raised, Apple right now is at 183, 184. The price was only raised to 190 as a target price. I think I might do this too. Let me write this down as a note. Show them on tour how to get target price. Let me write that down. That way you can learn how to get targets. I'll show you the formula they use to get target. Yo, I'm going to go crazy on this tour, bro. I'm not going to lie, bro. I'm going to freaking go crazy on this tour, yo. We taking new territory, fam. Shoot. All right, let's go a little further. So when we look at it, you know, in 1 month, we will say Apple is up 6%. So May 15th to June 13th, Apple went from 170 to 183. It's up 13%. That ain't bad. I mean, it's up 6%, I'm sorry. From 175-ish, something like that, to 183. We not mad at that. Let's go a little further. Here's what I want to show you, man. I did some research and I saw the price targets, right? And this represented buy zone. So March 2021, Apple was at 142. They had it as a buy. In July 21, it was 175. They had it as a buy. In January 2022, at 185, they had it as a buy. Now, watch this. Watch this. By November in 22, it was 180. They had it at a buy. Right? Now, right now, the stock is at 183, and they have it as the target price at 190, but they have it as neutral. This is the first time that Apple has been a neutral in about 2 years. That's saying something. That's saying something. I appreciate the super chat, family. Thank you so much. Let's get the likes up. Let's share this, y'all. I promise y'all, we got a lot to talk about tonight. 3-hour show for sure. Don't even trip. Get your pen and your pad and screenshot some stuff. Right, so it's the first time that Apple has been rated as a buy in about 2 years. Even during a recession, it wasn't a buy. I mean, it wasn't neutral. So remember, there's buy, there's neutral, and there's sell. Right? Sell means the stock will underperform. Buy means the stock will overperform. Neutral means it'll be within a range. Right? So think about that again. Buy means it's going to overperform its peers. Sell means it's going to underperform its peers. Neutral means it'll trade within that range. This is the first time in about 2 years that Apple has been downgraded. It's been downgraded to neutral. Now, what I'll say is I'm not mad at it because of the supply. Also, I told y'all last week, I truly feel like Apple, and I could be wrong, but I feel like Apple was pressured by Facebook to drop those glasses. Because Apple needed to let the world know we playing the game too. They had to let the world know we playing the game too. You feel me? They need to let the world know we playing a game too. So I want us to understand, even though the ratings, the upgrades and downgrades, we don't solely just base our moves off of that. But what we do is we try to find an understanding of why the analyst is saying that. Just a little perspective for us. Like, I like to see perspective. The one thing I don't want anybody in here to do is say, them people tripping. Right? I want us to have perspective. Right? And so for me, I feel like the glasses, like, I feel like they're early. I feel like the $3,500 price point, I feel like even though Apple's a brilliant company, I feel like they're dropping the glasses because they're always going to be in direct competition with Facebook, whether you believe it or not. Even if you look into Facebook, if you go read their article, their competitors, they got Apple as their competitor. Facebook is truly, those Oculus and those Quest glasses are selling. That $300, $400 price is selling. It is. So I think Apple had to come in and say, nah, we playing the game too. We playing the game too. And I think right now that is the world saw the $3,500 strike price on those glasses, and nobody agreed with it. Everybody thought it was an egregious price point. At some point, Apple will get into it. I truly feel like those glasses, for them and Facebook, are the equivalent to the cell phone in '94. You remember the big one, the Motorola, New Jack City? And now look what we got. I think the glasses are that. I think right now that's how they look. I think 10 years down the line, they'll be like, boop, boop. So that's just my thing on it. Let's go a little further. All right, man, we just are we cruising? Thank you for the super chat, Roscoe Lee. Are we cruising? Nah, I'm not going to lie, y'all. Y'all know I have been an advocate of saying stay away from airlines and cruise ships. But here's what I will say. The minute you see airlines and cruise ships, bookings, holdings, travel, TripAdvisor, the minute you see these stocks soaring, it tells you that the American consumer is strong. Here's some game for you. You don't necessarily have to buy it. I'll never be an advocate of buying nothing to ride the hype, but what I will say is this. Anytime you see cruise ships, airlines, booking holdings, TripAdvisor, Expedia, anytime you see those stocks soaring, it's telling you that the consumer is being resilient and they have found a way to end up with disposable cash. Now, the caveat to that is this. Here's the caveat to that. Consumer debt and credit card debt has now hit an all-time high. So is the money disposable, or are people just saying, I'm tired of it? Are people tired of saying?
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Are people tired of saying it?
I really need this money, Nate.
Are people tired of it? And if they are, but we got to give it to them. The three big cruise lines have added $20 billion in market cap since March. That is crazy. Still about 30% off of their all-time highs from the pre-pandemic. But to add $20 billion, that's a lot. Also, Royal Caribbean is up 118% year over year, which is the biggest cruise line. Norwegian Cruise is up 57% year over year, and Carnival is up 44% year over year. I'm saying if you had invested in any of those, you went crazy. Salute, look. Right? It mean you printing money. And here's what I want you to understand. Just because a stock running don't mean Trap gonna say go get in it. I have a formula, I have a standard in which I stand by, and just because a stock making money don't mean I'm gonna switch how I feel. You feel me? So, do people have that? 100%. Let's put that on the screen so they can see it right quick. Let's just put it on the screen so they can see it right quick. Matter of fact, every time we put up a slide, let's at least put it on the screen for like 30 seconds for them. You know what I'm saying? So they can see it. So switch that to the full screen so they can see it for about 30 seconds. Yep. Moving forward, every slide we put up, let's just put it in their face for like 30 seconds so they can see the whole, you know what I'm saying? Let's give them that. They deserve that. And plus, let's let Steve graphics shine. Let's let Steve graphics shine. You know what I'm saying? So every slide, let's give it to them for like 30. They know what I look like already. You know what I'm saying? So, and they might want to screenshot it. And we okay with that. All right, so let's move forward. All right, so next we got future feelings. So here's what's important for us to realize and see, right? Here's what I'd like us to see. When we talk about future feelings, we're talking about inflation. And when we talk about inflation, it is important that we understand that we were at one point in time, we were at 9%. So every time we see these rate cuts or these rate hikes or whatever, the goal is to get inflation down. We want to get inflation down. So right now, the goal is to get inflation, and we are 1 year ahead of where we wanted to be at with inflation. They're 1 year ahead of where we wanted to be at, right? Which is around 4%. We up in that area somewhere. Now, the 3-year and the 5-year is extremely important because this is the longevity. The goal ultimately is to get us to 2.5%, which is our normal. The normal inflation rate for us is between 2.5% and 3%. That is our normal inflation rate. That's kind of where we live at. So we are ahead by 4. We are ahead because we're going to get it down to about 4%. We're ahead of where we want to be at. But in that 3-year, we're actually behind a little. We are behind a little. And in the 5-year, we are behind a little. So what that tells us is, right now they may pause. July they may pause. But at some point, we're going to have another rate hike. My thing is this. Is it so bad that we live in a 4% inflation environment? I'm not really mad at a 4% inflation environment because of how much money has been printed so far. My only thing is we got to stop giving away so much money. Now, people are always going to say, like, why they give away so? They do get credits for that, you know what I'm saying, for giving money away and all that. But, bro, we got to stop giving it away so much. We got to focus on helping the American people. And that's been my thing for so long, focusing on helping the American people. Watch this. The probability of losing one's job has declined from 10.9% to about 1.3%. I had it a little backwards. But it declined. So people now don't feel as scared to lose their job. You feel me? People aren't as scared as they were for losing their job. Let's go a little further. All right, so this is crazy. This is crazy. Kathy Woods. So first, let me applaud her. Jose, we got 3,200 people in the chat. If we get to 33 or 35, that's our new number. Let's get it to 3,500. Let's get it to 3,500, y'all. Let's get another 250 people in here, y'all. Let's break new records. My goal is at the end of the year, we average 5,000 people, bro. That's our goal. At the end of the year, we average 5,000 people. Yo, that's crazy. I think we're going to do that by the time the tour come, bro. I ain't gonna even lie. All right, so Kathy Woods bets big on Coinbase. Bro, she added another $21.6 million to her Coinbase position, bringing her position now to $600 million. Now, I'm never going to say Kathy don't know what she's doing. I will never say that because she has proven to be a person who bets heavy on the future. And when you bet heavy on the future, you are a risk taker. What it does tell me is this. Her risk tolerance level is humongous. I'm not going to lie. It's way thicker than mine. I ain't going to lie. Like, I know my limit. 600 million? That's a big bet. That's a big bet. She knows something. She feels something. What I will say is she added another, watch this. So here's what she essentially did. To add another 21 million once it hit a 52-week low means she brought her cost basis all the way. Like a $21 million bet brings your cost basis all the way down. Now, Zay, you right. So Zay, so y'all know I like Zay. Zay is my guy. So she did sell NVIDIA before the big run. But Zay, watch this though, Zay. She's owned NVIDIA since 2014, Zay. She let that sink in, Zay. So she did sell it a couple days before the big run. She missed out on a lot of money. But Zay, she's owned it since 2014. I can't but steal you on that, Zay. She owned it since 2014. She got a whole lot of money out of it. Remember, we can't always time the market. We can't time the market. She been holding it since 20. It probably was a $60 stock. Go look at what the stock was in 2014. None of us ain't believing GPUs in 2014. We wasn't even, bro, I was still fighting a charge in 2014. I didn't even know what a GPU was. And she still didn't sell her whole position. She just sold some of the position. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, she done killed it. But that shows us, watch this. Here's what that shows us about her. Here's what that shows us about her. She's willing to bet on the future 5, 6, 7 years in advance. Now, I'm not going to lie. I own some Coinbase. But I ain't touched it. I ain't, like, whatever it do, I think I own like 200 shares. My order don't own like 200 shares. I'm like, I ain't about to put no more money in it. I didn't get it when it was extremely high. I got it kind of in. Whatever it do, it do. I'm like, all right, because I believe in the crypto space. I believe that, but I believe that it's 5, 6, 7 years down the line. It got to get through Binance now, the dude getting sued. So much stuff going on with the crypto space right now. It's like, bro, I'm there, but I ain't bullish on it. I'm just like, I'm neutral. I'm neutral on the crypto space. If it go up, hey, I got my money. If it go down, I ain't tripping. It ain't gonna kill me. So for her to bet another 600, for her to bet another 21 million, I'm just saying in 2030, we'll see if it pay off for her or not. Let's move a little further. All right, the rhythm of the bear. So here's what I want us to understand. And I brought this up so we can see this. this is important for us to see. So these are the major crashes that happen in the market, right? And here's the patterns that took place. 2007, 2000, 1973, and here we are in 2020. When we look at the spot that's blue, where I got the blue circle at, that was pandemic. That was pandemic. And what I've learned is that there's always this deep, deep point in a recession that's pivotal. It's real pivotal. In the 2000 recession, there was a point that what happens is there's a point where the market tries to test something different. If we notice about this 2022 one, it never got as deep as these other ones. It never got as deep with them. It never got as drastic as they got. It actually is moving completely different than them. So what I want us to understand is that everyone is different. Everyone is different. But there's always going to be a similarity in it. And there's always this, what I like to call inflection point of every one of them. So I wanted us to see that. The rhythm of the bear, they all dance to a different tune. All right, let's go a little further, man. All right, so here's what I was talking about earlier. The S&P is up right at 14% this year, but most stocks are still down. Despite the overall positive return in the market, the median stock is down 0.2%. More stocks in the index are down than up. So here's what I want to understand too. There's only a few companies that's up. There's only majority of the market is from 0 to down of the S&P. You feel me? Majority of the market is down. You have a few selective that's in between that, up by 1%, up by 20%, and then there's very few. Now remember, the top 10 stocks represent 30% of the S&P 500. That's big. So that means if that represents 30%, you still got 40% of the market that's down. So you got another 30% of the market that's averaging 0.8 or something like that. Hey, let's stop right quick, man. We got a new high, y'all. 3,800, man. Can we hit 4,000? Can we hit 4,000? Can we hit 4,000? Man, I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all for sharing it. All right, so here's what I want us to understand. So listen, y'all. That's why I told y'all tonight's going to be real game. So listen. This is why I'm telling y'all I don't want us to get so caught up in saying, yo, we in a bear market, we in a bear market, we in a bull market. Don't get so caught up on the TV saying we in a bull market. Understand that we are talking about what's calling a rolling recession. Of course, Apple, you're going to get the big companies are going to hit all-time highs. You know why the big companies going to hit all-time highs? Because watch this, y'all. Here's important. This is important. The reason why the big companies are going to hit all-time high is because of this. The actual institutions, the whales, they're only going to find safety in certain companies. They can pile up in the Apples. They can pile up in the Nvidias. They can pile up in the Facebooks. They can pile up in the Alphabet. They can pile up in certain companies. The reason why they can pile up in certain companies is because how big the market cap is. That's safety. They're going to pile up where the safety is. So here's the bad part about that. We are going to follow the big investors, and when we follow the big investors to their safety, when they pull, we get stuck holding that bag. You feel me? We get stuck holding that bag. Now, I don't want us to feel bad like because we in quality companies, we okay. But the other 40% of the market is not doing well. And then you have another 30% that's just straddling the fence. That's the one in the middle where I got the dotted lines at. They straddling the fence. They going between good and man, all right. And so I want us to just understand that. So when we hear all-time highs for certain companies, I want us to understand that's where the big boys, they still want to try to make money. All right, let's go a little further, man. Good. That was good. All right, so I wanted to go a little further. Let's put this one in their face right now. I want them to see this right now. Let's put it in their face right now. Big screen. Watch this. I want y'all to understand this. Over the since 2008, here is a breakdown of how the market has operated. Right? Here's how the market has operated. And we're breaking it down by segment. So, if we can see in 2022, cash return 1.6%. A high yield, I want y'all to go to 2022, a high yield bond had negative 11%. A high grade bond, negative 13%. International stocks, minus 14%. Asset allocated portfolio, negative 16%. Large cap stocks, negative 18%. Emerging markets, negative 19%. Small caps, negative 20%. REITs, negative 25%. This was in 2022. So majority of the market, people had money on the sideline. But let's go to 2020. Small cap, right? Small cap gave us what? 20% gain. Emerging markets gave us what? 18% gain. Large caps gave us 18% gain. Asset allocation gave us 9% gain. International stocks gave us 9% gain. High yield bonds gave us 7%. High grade bond gave us 6%. Cash wasn't good. REITs wasn't good. If you look at this, if you snapshot it, every year gave us something different from 2008 to 2022. I want us to understand how the market is moving right now. You feel me? I want us to understand how the market is moving and how the market is navigating. I want us to understand that. I like to give us a bigger picture of what's going on. And so when we look at annual return on a large cap, 8%. Annual return on a small cap, 7%. Annual return on, just on average, 2.2%. Emerging stocks give us less than 1%. REITs on average probably give us about 6%. High yield, high grade bonds usually give us about 2.57%. High yield bonds usually give us about 6%. Cash and treasury bills of 3 months usually give us about 6%. Asset allocation portfolios usually give us about 4%. But let's go a little further. I want you to see this. The best, go back. Boom. The best return of all time. I want y'all to understand what we're doing right here. I want you to understand this. This is so crucial. This is so clutch. I want you to understand this. It's important that we I wanted to make sure we understood this right here. Like I told y'all, this game, I told y'all tonight we're going to leave equipped. All right, so watch this. Best year, large cap stocks, 32%. Small cap stocks, 38%. On its best year, small cap stocks gave us 38%. Watch this. International stocks on its best year gave us 32%. On its best year, emerging markets gave us 79%. On its best year, REITs gave us 41%. On its best year, high yield bonds gave us 8.7%. On its best year, high yield bonds gave us 57%. On its best year, cash only gave us 1.67%. Asset allocation bonds gave us 24% on its best year. Here's what I want us to understand. If we looking at this, we understand that our worst investment on its best year is going to be holding cash. On its best year, cash gave us from 2008 to 2022. On its best year, cash best return was 1.66%. A dollar that ain't moving is a dollar that's losing. On its best year, cash gave us 1.66%. A dollar that's not moving is a dollar that's losing. So the best thing for us to do is understand we just put the tools on the board. We put the tools on the board for you to see. Your best thing to do is understand, how the market maneuvering, okay? I'm going to talk about this. You're going to see this slide again on tour, but then on the tour, I'm going to show you how we understand where to go at. Oh. On the tour, you're going to see this slide again. But on the tour, we're going to give you more in-depth so you can know how to play the market year in and year out. Not your long-term portfolio, but you create your own recession or bull market portfolio. I want you to understand that. Jose, drop the goddamn tour link in the chat. I ain't cursing. Tell L Boogie, leave me alone. I'm in my zone tonight. God know my heart. God know my heart. You feel me? When I told you I'm going to equip you with the tools, it's because not only are you going to learn how to beat, see, I'm going to show you, this is the thing, and I'm going to say this boldly. There's people that probably 100% made more money than me. I've never claimed to be the best trader in the world. I've never claimed. That's never been my claim to fame. But I know how to get some money out the market. I know how to print some money out the market. But I guarantee you, you ain't going to find nobody on the gram, on social media. You're going to barely find people on Wall Street that can say during the recession, they beat the market by 17%. And here's what I can show you. If we pull up the last slide of 2022, it'll say recession portfolio, 17%. That's buy and hold. That's buy and hold. You ain't gonna find that. You know why? Because that's the dirty work. That's the dirty work. Yep, I got a long-term portfolio, but guess what? In that recession portfolio, we actively managing that, which means end of the year, I'm putting something in. Beginning of the year, we swapping out. We moving. We seeing what's going well. We seeing what the market is rewarding. We taking some things in, we putting some things out. We took some oil stocks out last year. We replaced it with NVIDIA. We replaced it with Meta. We replaced it with VTRX. We replaced it with TPL. We replaced it with CELH. You know why? Because there's a formula to understanding where the market is giving us our bread from and where we need to exit some positions and put some other ones in here. And I'm going to keep it real with you. I got the formula because once I do it back to back, we beat the market in a recession, end of the year by 17. We come back halfway through the year, we up by 20-something. We ain't playing no games. I told y'all, it's clicking for me. I'm putting out triple doubles from here on out. Because once you do it once, they're going to say it's a fluke. You do it twice, you know something. The third time, you got the formula. I just need, and the reason why I ain't using the old time, because this one is documented. I'm documenting it for you. You become powerful. You unleash a different type of power when you can say, my buy and hold gonna beat the market and my options gonna beat the market. You become powerful when you say, yo, I ain't waiting on my job to retire me. I'm gonna retire me when I feel like retirement. I'm gonna put 10 years early on my retirement. I'm going to live the life I want before retirement. I ain't got to wait till 65 for the people who ain't there yet. For the people who over there, 65, yo, I got 2 years to kill it to do what I want you to take life and play it on your own terms. That's what I want you to do. That's what I want you to do. Recession tour, we're going to give you the formula. We ain't putting it in a course or none of that. Come to the tour, you're going to get the formula. I promise. I'm going to show it to you. And you're going to say, that's that sauce. That's that sauce. I'm telling you, you're going to get this formula and you're going to say, damn, that's how Trap did it. Damn. That's how Trap did it. Okay, I got my long-term portfolio, but now year in and year out, this is how we gonna beat the market. So I want to take advantage. I want you to invest long-term. I want you to do your leaps, but I also want you to take advantage of every way the market moving. If the market rotating this way, take advantage. The market rotating that way, we're gonna take advantage. We on tour, we on a tour. And we ain't got no celebrity names because I don't want you to be motivated. I don't want you to be inspired. I don't want you to leave there with one of these full of billionaire, millionaire quotes. I want you to leave there with the tools. I want you to leave there with the workbook saying, yup, Trap did this, Trap did that. This is what I got to do. That's the difference between leaving empowered and equipped. That's what we leaving. Let's go a little further, man. God damn. All right, with the wealth, man. So they did a survey, and this was a good survey, and it said, you know, how do people define wealth? 40% of the people define wealth as just having great well-being, just being able to be financially in a position to just not worry about losing their job, not worry about none of that. They just wanted to be financially in a better place. 32% of the people said, yo, it's about money. It's about having the money. And 26% of the people say it was about assets. It was about assets. And then when we asked other people, it said, you know, and this happened today. What makes you wealthy? 70% of people was coincide with the 40% of people over here. What makes you wealthy? It wasn't a dollar amount. 70% of the people said, yo, it's about not stressing behind money. So if 70% of the people say we're not stressing behind money, that's wealth to me, then that truly means that wealth isn't a dollar amount. It's the emotion of saying I'm financially doing the right things with the money that I do have. So, like, I'm going to be real. Like, some people, your goal don't got to be $1 million. Your goal don't got to, I'm not saying don't shoot for that, but for some people, your goal can actually be, yo, financially, I'm in a space where I'm not check to check. I'm not month to month. I'm in a place where money is not really an issue. If I lost my job today or tomorrow, I ain't tripping. I'm not going to lie. That's a goal. Because watch this. I know people that's millionaires that still live check to check. I know people that if they don't sell you their course, they broke. I ain't mad at no, I'm just saying, I know people that if they business, if they not selling the shoes or the chicken, or if they business shut down, here's why I know this. Because in the pandemic, a lot of people got hit hard. Here's what I understand. When the pandemic ran out for people spending money, here's what I know. People that was in retail, people that was in wholesale, people, they was like, bro, Trap, you want to buy my business? I'm keeping it real. I was like, nah, fam, I don't want to buy your business. Watch this. That's why, watch this, and this ain't no shade on nobody. That's why the people who came out with the funding on how to get funding, that's why their business skyrocket. Because people who business was going downhill, they didn't know how to go get funding. So once the people who taught people how to get funding came out, it was like, whoo. You feel me? Once the people learned, Oh, this person teaching me how to get funding. This person teaching me how to get funding. That's why the people with the funding, they business skyrocketed because the other people was like, bro, I don't want to buy your business, fam. I'm building mine out. So once the funding businesses came, once the people, oh, this is how to go to the bank and get funding. Don't get me wrong, that's good knowledge to have. That's why I say that's a good game. That's good knowledge to have. But the better knowledge to have is how to financially operate right. That's the better knowledge. That's the better knowledge. Because if you don't know how to operate right, when you go get the funding, guess what you're going to do? You're going to blow that too. I want you to understand something, fam. I want you to understand something. Real talk. Real talk. For all my people out here who trying to start a business, listen, you in a world right now where you don't need a lot of money to start a business, fam. Stop going and get that funding, man. I'm not hating on nobody who got the funding, but bro, I want you to talk. If you're in a world right now where you can sell your product and service through Instagram, build your audience out, build your community out, fam. Build your audience out. There are people that's gonna buy your product. Make sure your product good. Stop going and get $100,000 in debt, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 in debt. Stop going and get that money when you don't need that money because you don't got a plan for that money. And when you don't got a plan for that money, here's what you're going to do. You're going to think 6 or 7 things. You're going to try to, I can use the money for this. I can use the money for this. I can use the money for that. And that ain't going to work. And now you owe $100,000. And now you need more funding. And now you need more funding. Because you keep thinking the more funding you get gonna make the idea better. It ain't the funding, fam. The idea ain't good. The marketing ain't good. The branding ain't good. The strategy ain't good. You don't know who your core person is. Your content ain't good. That's the problem. All right, let's go a little further, man. All right, listen. What the wealth? How much money to be wealthy? So right now, they're saying the average person, the average net worth right now is $2.2 million to be considered wealthy in America. This is per the stats. He said that $2.2 million is what's needed to feel wealthy, to be considered wealthy. I'm sorry. Did you say, Jose? Depends on what it is. Depends on what, you know what I'm saying? They say that if you can have $2.2 million, that is what's considered wealthy in America. 48% people that really feel wealthy. Watch this. Watch this. The stats say you need 2.6 million. 48% of the people that say they feel wealthy have an average net worth of $560,000. So they ain't even got a 2.2. But I'm not going to lie, bro. If I'm being honest with you, bro, $560,000, that's a game changer, bro. Yeah, you in this crazy ass circle. You in this crazy circle of people that, I had to get out that circle, man. I'm going to tell you something, bro. Like, I love my guys, but I had to get out of that circle. And I'm gonna tell you why I had to get out of that circle. I'm gonna put a little bit of my business out there. I had a day where I made $1 million. And because of that crazy circle I was in, I felt like that wasn't enough. I felt like I'm gonna make $5 million. I said, nah, no. Bro, you was sleeping on the air mattress, bro. If you don't sit your silly ass down. I'm sorry, Lashana. Real talk. I had to move. That's my guys. But get me out the group chat, fam. Get me out the group chat. The group chat is called $10 million group chat. Man, get me out that group chat, man. I don't want to be in there. The group chat is called a $10 million group chat. Bro, you trying to make $10 million a day? Man, get me out that chat, man. Man, I don't want to be in there. I don't want to be in there, fam. Get somebody else to do it, man. Get me out that group chat, man. I'm being real. Bro, I had $1 million. Bro, listen to me. I had a $1 million day. Bruh, 24 hours, $1 million. Bro, I ain't even celebrated. I'm like, oh, I hit the million. It was like, yup, bro, we did 5 million. Man, what the I'm like, bro, I'm like, yeah, bro, I hit the million, bro. I hit $1 million today. They're like, yeah, fam. Man, that's dope. You heard me? That's good, bro. Oh, I just hit the five. Man, get out of my face, man. Man, leave me alone, man. I'm straight. Man, get me out of this group chat. Get me out of here, bro. I go to this dang on weekend workshop. I go to the weekend workshop. I'm sitting next to the dude. He done made 50 million in a year. 50 million in the year. Man, get me from around these people, man. I appreciate it, but get me from around these people. You know why? I don't need to be, watch this. I want to operate in purpose. I don't want to operate in how much money I can make. Now, if I can say I made somebody make $1 million a day, I feel good. If I can say I helped somebody make $1 million, bro, I feel good. Right now, I don't help a couple of people make, 100,000 in the market, 80,000, 120,000. I feel good. Bro, get me from around these people because it's not that I'm mad at them. That's good. Here's the saying, I like that for them. I like that for them. I don't like that for me. Because I don't feel right in my spirit when I'm moving behind how much money. Bro, I was homeless. I was sleeping on an air mattress in 2017. Perspective, sit your silly butt down. Sit down. Because once you feed the flesh the greed, I don't know what they got going on. But once I feed, I can't cope with that. So my goal is, let me keep operating in purpose. Let me get somebody who never invested in stocks before. Let me get them investing in stocks and let them make money. Let me get them somebody who ain't never did the leap out of the option before. Let them say, bro, I done doubled my retirement. Bad. Somebody who say, yo, Trap, this is my first option play. Bro, I done made $5,000. Cha-ching. I'm excited. I'm geeked. Somebody ain't never did it. Say, bro, I done made 30,000. The dude in the Patreon said, Trap, this is 50. I done made 50 bands. That. I wish I can get an award for that. Let me get the award for that. Let us get the award for who helped the most people make the most money. This ain't no shade at nobody. This ain't no shot at nobody. But I personally would rather the award for that. And I'm not saying they ain't doing that. But I'm saying I would rather the award for, I helped somebody make $1 million. That I'm going to go crazy for. I helped somebody make 100,000. I helped somebody make 200,000. I helped somebody make $1 million. That I'm going to go crazy for. Me making it, that's too selfish. That's too selfish. I can't get where I'm going operating in that mode. I can't get where I'm going like that because then it becomes an I sport instead of a we sport. Revolution is about us. We are the vanguard. We together make the impact. We together change the dynamic of the culture. We together, not me. There is no Wall Street trapper without the trappers. There is no Wall Street looks like us now. I didn't say Wall Street look like me now. I said Wall Street look like us now. That means we gonna make some money. We, us, combined as a unit. That's what's more important to me. How much money can I make my people make? How can I help somebody pay for their kid tuition out the market? How can I help somebody pay their rent for a year out the market? How can I help somebody get their trust together out the market? How can I help somebody build $1 million business that fund their business not from the bank but out the market? How can I help somebody pay their mama light bill out the market? How can I help somebody fund their Christmas out the market instead of going in debt? How can I get somebody to look at Black Friday not as some way they spend money, but look at Black Friday on the market is this is how I increase my net worth? How do I do that? How do I help somebody buy a car out the market? How do I help somebody change their kid life from being a kid that's opening a bank account to somebody that got a custodial account out the market? How can I do that out the market? How can we get $1 million, $5 million out the market? How can I help a family increase their purchasing power out the market? I'm talking about helping somebody else make money, not me making money. That's what I want to do. And I'm not saying nobody not doing that. I'm just saying my goal ain't to, I made $1 million in a day before. I don't never got to make $1 million in a day ever again. It ain't going to excite me. I'm cool with it. It was never one of my goals. It became one of my goals because in my circle, that was their goal. So I adapted their goal as my goal. And if I would have failed that day goal, I would have felt incomplete. That ain't my goal. It was never my mission. The reason with a lot of us is we letting other people set goals for us. That ain't my goal. That's your goal. Get me out that goddamn group chat. That ain't my goal. That ain't my goal. That ain't never been my goal. I adapted somebody else's goal. And I felt compelled to hit their goal. How the hell I'm compelled to hit somebody else's goal? When my goal from the beginning was, bro, let's get off the mattress. My goal from the beginning was let's not never go to the trap again. My goal from the beginning was to let's not never go to jail no more. Bro, we surpassed all them goals. We can have fun now. I can come do a 3-hour show and don't even care. I just gotta hope y'all get up for work in the morning. That's all. So I just want you to do something. If you have adopted somebody else's goal and made that your goal, I want you to let that go. I want you to let that go. I want you to unleash yourself from that stronghold. I want you to unleash. I want you to relinquish that stronghold on you, and I want you to dig deep in yourself. Father, 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 thy will, not my will, be done. I want you to take you out of the equation, because every time you put you in the equation, you comparing you to them. All right, let's go to the next stop. I told y'all, I was in that, bruh. You know what? I know what it is, Jose. I'm juicing and I'm working out. That's what it is. The dopamine is on an all-time high. I ain't got none of the trash in me. I've been drinking these juices, the celery, the pineapple, the green apple. It's flushing. My intestines feel free. My brain is clear. I ain't foggy. I done spent $20,000 on gym equipment in my house. I make sure I use it. Jaw's working out twice a day. I can't let him beat me, so I'm working out when he sleep. Because he working out while I'm teaching class. He think I don't hear the garage going up. Oh, I get the thing. The garage door is open. Oh, he think he got it. Oh, let me get out of this class. I'm 1 o'clock in the morning. Look. I said, oh, he sleep. I got him. You feel me? Let's go there. All right, so check this out, man. I want y'all to understand this right quick, man. How much of your money do you own? How much of your money do you own? When I look at this, I want you to put that this. I want you to look at this. I want you to understand this. Go big screen with this one for sure. Man, I want y'all to snapshot this, man. This was important for me, man. How much of your money do you own? Watch this. 90%, how much of your money the bank can use for their own investments, like giving out loans and buying bonds. 90% of it. 10% of your money in the bank, they got to keep. So watch this. If you had $1 million in the bank, when you look on the screen, it says $1 million. But if you went to the bank to get that, they only had 100 cash. We don't got it. Only 10% of it is there. The only reason why it says $1 million is because they got to remind themselves of how much they owe you. The only reason is so they can keep track of how much they owe you. Which is why when there's a bank run, it's a problem. Because they don't got the money. And the investments ain't cash out enough yet. So you go put $1 million in the bank, guess what? It ain't there, buddy. It ain't there. Only 100K. Watch this, though. The crazy part is, watch this. Here's the crazy part. And they only going to give you insurance on 250 of it. And then, if you go try to get the 100, they're going to say, hey, that's too much. We could give you 20. Come back in 10 days and come get the other 80. And watch this. When you come get the other 80, that's what you got to do. Fill out a form. You got to tell them what you need the money for. Wait a minute. I ain't tell you why I put the money in there. Why I got to tell you why I won't take it out? Federal regulation. What the hell? It's my money. It's my money and I want it. It's mine and I want it now. You got to fill it out. And if you go get anything above $10,000 at one time, guess what? Federal scrutiny. They get to look at it. They get to examine it. Bruh, this is my money. This is mine. This is mine. This is mine. So I want you to ask yourself, how much money do you own? We already saw one thing. Cash is the worst investment. Even on its best year, from 2008 to 2023, its best year, it has only returned 1.6%. Fam, we done had 90% from other assets. We done had 20%, 70%, 60%, 90%. Put your money in some type of investment, man. A dollar that ain't moving is a dollar that's losing. Slam your ass. Let's go a little further. All right, man, watch this, man. I got something I want to tell y'all. Who's paying for the dope? Who is paying for the dope? I know the legal dope dealers is out here, man. The legal dope dealers is in full effect. Hey, time out. Getting there was like, what the hell? He was trying to figure out what carry. Like, I don't know what that means. All right. So, who's paying for the dope, man? Watch this. Private health insurance are paying for 40% of, just the medicines. 31% is coming out of Medicare. 13% is out of pocket, 10% is coming from Medicaid, and 6% is coming from others. So why do you put this up here, Trap? Because the spending on Medicaid, Medicare, and medicines is getting larger and larger. It's getting larger and larger. And so I want you to understand, private health insurance is paying for 40%, 31% is coming out of Medicaid, 13% is coming out of pocket, 10% is coming from Medicaid. I'm talking Medicare and then Medicaid. But here's what I want you to also understand is United Health is the largest one. It's the largest one. United Health makes up about 45 to 60% of all medical and Medicaid people who pay. Let's go a little further. Who's paying for the dope? The top drugs over the last few years. Eliquis, $9.9 billion by Bristol Myers. Rivermind, $5.4 billion by Bristol Myers. I can't even pronounce this next one. $4.7 billion by Johnson & Johnson. Whatever the other one, number 4, $3.9 billion by Merck. And the last one is Eli Lilly. These are the top drugs in 2020. These are the most sold drugs in 2020. You're talking about billions of dollars, you heard me? I keep telling y'all, legal dope dealing. Legal dope dealing. Also, Eli Lilly is about to drop that Alzheimer's drug, and that weight loss drug is about to go through the roof. Combined, they're combined to do $20 billion a piece. Combined. 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 Not to mention they got the insulin. Zeraleto, that's good. I didn't know how to pronounce that one. All right, let's go a little further. All right, man. Also, I want to show y'all something, man. I always get asked about what books I read. For me, one of the things, and I'll tell y'all, the books didn't teach me the most about investing. It was actually like reading these letters to shareholders. These are important to me. Here, take these 7 you should read. The Berkshire Hathaway letters to shareholders. My favorite one is the one from 1997. It's my favorite one. Letters to shareholders. Howard Marks from Oak Tree Capitals. Seth Klarman. I want you to understand something too. Warren Buffett and Seth Klarman are gangsters. Warren Buffett and Seth Klarman are gangsters when it comes to writing these shareholders' letters out. Dan Loeb is a gangster. Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan Chase. Check them out. So here are the 7 ones. If you read these, if you just take your time and just say, go check out these people, read their letter to shareholders, you definitely learn a lot about companies. One of your biggest, greatest advantages when it comes to building wealth in the stock market is reading. It's the one thing that you are going to be able to kill with, is being able to read. Your ability to read and your ability to take some time out your day to figure out what's going on is going to take you to another level. So also you can read Monesh Prabrai. That would probably be my strong number 8. But these 7 people right here will take you, if you read their letter to shareholders, it'll change the game for you. I promise. I promise. Where do you get the letters from? You can go to the company. That's why I put the company on there. You go to Berkshire Hathaway, letters to shareholder. Oak Tree Capital, letters to shareholder. JP Morgan Chase, letters to shareholders. You can go to that website, go to Investor Relationship, or Google Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway, letters to shareholders. You can Google Howard Marks, Oak Tree Capital, letters to shareholders. You can read Seth Klarman, letters to shareholders. You can read Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan Chase, letter to shareholder. You can read that, and I promise you, just understanding, they'll tell you why, they'll give you an idea of the business. I promise if you read these, it'll change. I learned the most about investing from reading stuff like this. It wasn't so much as a investing book. When people always be like, Trap, what's the best investment book? I'll be like, yo, read them all. But I got the most game. And really, there's a yellow book you can get from Warren Buffett. It's called Warren Buffett Letters to Shareholders. It's a big, you saw that big yellow book I got in the crib? It's a big yellow book. It doesn't look like a phone. Yo, I done read them. And you will read, it's a big yellow book. It's a big yellow book on Amazon. It say Warren Buffett Letter to Shareholders. Jose, can we Google that? If we Google, take a picture, send it to Dave, see if we can pull it up. I know Jose cold-blooded with that. And when Jose get that, we'll put it up there. It's a big book, bro. You can just read one letter at a time and just see how he talk about the company, see how he talk about the business. We'll get it. All right, let's go a little further. All right, man, so this cold-blooded. So Tesla just, GM partners with Tesla to take its rival Ford. So GM partnered with Tesla. Listen. Last week it was Ford. That good dope is selling, boy. That dope is selling, boy. That dope is like the Nino Brown dope, the Carter. That's that 1985 crack. That's that 85 to 88 crack. The one that Reagan said it's a war on drugs crack. That's what he got. So, watch this. Last week it was Tesla. Last week it was Ford. This week it was GM. You know you got some good dope when your people that's beefing just say, bro, we can't. Hey, what we doing? Okay, let me say something right quick. The Magnificent 8, right? I'm going to add a 9 one in there too. I'm going to add a 9 after the day. I'm going to add a 9. I am not a financial advisor. Everything I say here is edutainment, education and entertainment all at the same time. This is not stock market advice. This is just a what would Trap do moment. I would definitely own Tesla for the next 10 years. I would own Tesla. I will own NVIDIA. I would own Apple. I would own Eli Lilly. I would own, give me a second before we put that up. Give me 1 second before we put it up. I will own Eli Lilly. Put it back on, yeah, put it right there. I will own Eli Lilly. I would own Microsoft. I would own Facebook. I would own, Tesla, NVIDIA, Microsoft, Apple, Facebook. I would own AMD. I would own Lockheed Martin. I would own Costco. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll give you 9. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Google can be on your side. Google could be your 10 on the bench. They come off the bench. They come off the bench. Google come off the bench. Real talk. I will own Tesla. You talking EVs. They're going to dominate that space. Nobody's going to catch them. I promise you nobody ain't going to catch them. I promise you nobody ain't going to catch them. What this just did with these charging stations, it just gave them another revenue stream that they ain't got to do nothing extra for. It just, listen, why would I own NVIDIA? We're going to talk about NVIDIA and AMD tonight because they own 60% of the AI market. They own it. 60% of the AI market, they own it. Apple, because the phones ain't going to never stop selling. It's a company that got more money than anybody. They got 1.5 billion users. It is what it is. A company like NVIDIA, a company like, Amazon. Come off the bench. I just gave you, they can have my Magnificent 7. This is the Trap 10 Commandments. This is the Trap 10 Commandments. And God, you know I ain't playing with Moses. I ain't got no issue. Here's your lineup. I'm about to say something real funky. And if you want a slow grower that's a sleeper, just 11 on Copart. Amazing business model. If you want to go 12, just to be Chipotle. That's it. What you just did was, that's your blueprint. What you just did was, you diversified, but you ain't diversified too much. You went with big dogs. You went with industry leaders. And you went with companies that got great management, great balance sheet, great free cash flow. I just gave you the 12 disciples. God, I ain't mean it like that. Let me change it. I just gave you the 12 tribes. Just gave you the 12 tribes. Tesla, dominant in the EV space. NVIDIA, the most dominant in the chip space. Apple, consumer staples. Eli Lilly, because it has the drugs that people can't live without. It don't just create typical drugs, it creates the drugs that people cannot live without. Insulin, I don't care what type of economy we got going on. I cannot live without the insulin shot. Alzheimer's, once they drop that, it's a done deal. They're going to have replicas, but they're going to be the status quo. In the ways we live in a society where 75% of people are obese. They got the obesity drug. Listen, the 3 drugs that people will not be able to live without. Insulin, the weight loss, Alzheimer's. Okay? Costco. People love to buy in bulk. Industry leader. They make more money, not than Walmart, but than Sam's. BJ's. They make more money. Great balance sheet. The moat is built in on the low-cost advantages. They have a 97 retention rate, meaning the membership people don't leave. They always come back for more. It's called a sticky business. Okay, Microsoft. Why? Because, listen to me, fam. What they are doing with the cloud business, what they are doing going into AI, what they are doing with Microsoft is unparalleled. There's a reason why the people keep fighting and don't want them to get that Activision Blizzard deal. Bro, but Microsoft got a good chance of winning it now. Bro, they get this deal, it's over with for what they're going to do in the gaming space. Okay. Facebook, whether we like it or not, fam. 3.2 billion users across all networks. When you look at the top 10 social media sites, they got 4 of them. Facebook, guess what they got? Messenger, guess what they got? WhatsApp, Instagram. They got 4 out of the 10. And when he get to the metaverse, listen, he gonna keep adapting. He gonna make Apple adjust. Either you gonna sell a $3,500 product, that's cool. Apple gonna have people that buy the $3,500 product. But 8 years from now, bro, watch how strong he be in that metaverse. Okay, let's go a little further. AMD, the number 2 player in the chip space. And also, they just dropped the chip that's gonna challenge NVIDIA at a cheaper price. Lockheed Martin. Why, Trap? It ain't gonna boom like the rest, but guess what America gonna always spend money on? Guns to play defense. They're the best situated player in that game. Okay, let's go a little further. Google. Why? I don't care what Microsoft talk about with the Bing or whatever they got. Guess what? Google search is dominant. Gmail, dominant. YouTube, dominant. We're gonna play that game regardless. Copart. Why? Because they are the #1 salvage car dealer in the world. #1. #1. I've owned this company for some time. The #1. #1. Last but not least, put Chipotle. A company with no debt can't go broke. Also, we are living in a world where people are dedicated now of getting rid of the processed foods and eating healthier. What is Chipotle's moat? One of the things that they love to do is wherever they set up shop at, they go set up shop with whoever the local farmers are, and they do a contract with them to get the fresh fruits and vegetables daily. The other companies ain't cracked the code on how to do that yet. I just gave you your 12 Jews. Let's go a little further. Here's the EV's dominance, man. Tesla has 21,000 superchargers available as of right now. Ford and GM will have access to 12,000. Ford has 10. GM going to have access to 12. By 2025, they're estimated to have 52,000 charging stations, yo. Okay, so let me keep it real with y'all. Right now, NVIDIA is my #1 holding in my long-term thing. Guess who about to be #2? Tesla. I'm going for 1,000 on both. I'm going for 1,000 on both. I'm not playing no games. It is what it is. It is what it is. And guess what? My daughter, I'm going to get her 500 a boat. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right, let's go a little further. Is Tesla the Apple of the car revolution? Listen to me, man. The company just hit 100% today. I'm going to be real with you. Apple held it down as a $3 trillion company, but I promise you there's going to be companies that's going to eat their breakfast. And here's why. Apple has to get these glasses right because it's the first new product that they've developed in since 2015. Guess what? Tesla and these chips with these, they're the new innovation. That's what innovation is. Innovation fuels growth. These two companies are 100%. In 10 years, I can see them being worth $3 trillion. And guess what? Y'all gonna be here with me on Trappin Tuesdays in 10 years. And Jose, in 2033, if you still here, because see, Jose might be done made so much money, he might be in super producer mode. You know, Jose is fancy. He love to get somebody else. He like to train. Jose is fancy. He will train somebody else to do a job in a minute. That's his thing. I'm going to train somebody else, Trap. He in expansion mode. George, you going to be here. My dog going to be here. She's 2033. He going to be here. My dog going to be here. I don't trust Jose. Jose going to be like, Trap, I got 2 young guns I've been training. I done trained them for the last 10 years. They got you, bro. I'm like, Jose, I ain't asked for the young gun. Nah. I trained the 2 young guns, bro. They good. They don't know. It's his thing. Boy, they beasts. They on fire. They ready. They hungry. That's Jose talking to me. I'm like, bro, I didn't ask for the young guns, bro. I asked you. Bro, they ready. Jose love to train somebody, bro. Sure, Jose love to train somebody. All right, let's go a little further, man. All right, here's what I want you to understand, man, before we get out of here. 6 attributes I want you to see when you're looking for a company. One of the greatest things you can find in a company, put this on the big screen, is management. Management is the essential part to any business, man. Management is the most essential. Man, I'm not ready for these dudes, man. Y'all need another signal, man. That ain't it. All right. Management is essential for any business. Here's what I want you to understand. Fostered an exceptional culture. So you want to look for companies that have exceptional cultures, right? Number 2, hard to compete against. Anytime it's hard to compete against a company, you know that company is excelling in what they do. Number 3, intelligent use of capital. Anytime you look at a company, they have a high ROIC. That's the cheat code. A company with a high ROIC. Number 4, long history of success. A company doesn't have to be profitable, but if we can see that they have a long history of success going, definitely they can do that, right? And 1, they be transparent, understanding the wins, understanding the losses, understanding when the company is winning or losing and adjustments they're making. These are the top 5 reasons when you're looking at a company, when they're looking at great management. Let's go a little further. All right, millionaires want more. I want y'all to really pay attention to this, you heard me? Millionaires now have been fighting for more money with the FDIC, which is the Federal Deposit Insurance Corp. Right? Millionaires have been fighting for this because here's what they want. In 2008, they increased, after the financial crash, they increased the budget to the minimum, the insured deposit it was $100,000. In 2008, it was $100,000. In 2010, the millionaires pushed it to $250,000. And it was supposed to be temporary, but they wound up pushing it to stay. Watch this, what I'm about to tell y'all. 63% of Americans support Congress raising limits after all bank failures. So it goes 2 ways. 99% of Americans have less than $250,000 in the bank, right? But 63% of the millionaires are pushing for, you got to go from that $250,000 to at least $500,000 or $1 million. Why? Because after the 2008 crisis, it went from $100,000 to $250,000. It stayed at $250,000. The thing now is, if these banks are collapsing, we need to increase that FDIC. They're like, we at least need a $500,000 or $1 million protection. So now the banks are being under pressure because now 60 to 63% of millionaires have more than $1, $2, and $3 million in the bank. So I want y'all to keep that in mind. 60% of millionaires have over $1 million in the bank. Not 60% of Americans, 60% of millionaires have over $1 million in the bank. So that's 40%. I'm like, we don't got $1 million in the bank. We got our money everywhere else. Remember I told y'all, people be rich, but they don't be having all their money in the bank. They be understanding they got to be in assets. 99% of people don't have $250,000 in the bank. 1% of the people are millionaires that have over $1 million to $3 million in the bank. Of that, 63% of the millionaires are saying we need more than $250,000 in coverage. So that's where the argument is coming in at. And so now they're pushing. Now they're pushing to say, we need more protection from the banks. And so now they're pushing the FDIC to push this bill. I think it's only right because they also combating inflation. You can't have a 4% inflation and still protecting only $250,000. If the inflation up, the protection needs to be up. So I'm not mad at them for pushing. Remember what I keep telling y'all. When you got money in your pocket, you can lobby for new laws. Some people when you poor, you call it protest. When you rich, they call it lobbying. I'm going to say that again because I want Jose to put that in the clip. When you poor, they call it protest. When you rich, they call it lobbying. The rich people going to lobby for what they want. They understand that the $500,000 ain't a lot to them, but they at least won't get $500,000 out of it. Do what you want to do with that. Let's go a little further. All right, how to boost your coverage. Here's what I want you to understand. So as people, coming up, we got to realize that because they only coveraging 250,000, here's how you can boost your coverage. This is not something I made up or thought about. This is something I saw that rich people do, and I said, this is what they're doing. One thing you could do is add more beneficiaries to whatever you have. Every beneficiary now gets another $250,000 worth of coverage. Kids. Next, having different types of accounts, a savings account, an individual retirement account, and a trust account. Having these 3 different types of accounts also give you another $250,000 in coverage. So if you can add your kids to most of y'all didn't know you can do that. First of all, let me say this too. You need to have beneficiaries on your bank account because if you die and you don't got no beneficiaries on your bank account, them state gonna take your money. Let's just put that out there. If you die, no, let me say that. When you die, you ain't no if. When you die, if you don't have beneficiaries on your money in the bank, the state gonna take the money. And they gonna charge your people a fee for them having to go through probate. Ooh. They gonna charge your people a fee for having to figure out who get the money. The state gonna charge you for that. If you got beneficiaries on it, you not only add the extra $250,000 in coverage, but you also now say, hey, give my money to my people. You don't gotta fuss or nothing. This where my money go at. It go right here. Make sure you add that. That's a clip, Jose. But also having different accounts. Having a savings account, having an individual retirement account, having a trust account, this now adds another $250,000 in protection per account. So you do what you want, do it at how you want, but I'm just telling you, this ain't nothing I made up, so don't think I came up with this so the people, when we put the clip out, people gonna argue with me. It's in the bank rule book. Go argue with J.P. Morgan Chase, because it's in their rules. Move on. Next slide, please. All right, so David fights Goliath. AMD reveals an AI chip to challenge NVIDIA's dominance. Watch this. AMD said its forthcoming most advanced GPU for artificial intelligence is the M1X3000. It will start shipping to customers late this year, the company said on today. AMD's announcement on Tuesday represents the strongest challenge to NVIDIA because NVIDIA now dominates the chip market. Watch this. If this is accepted by the market, this now introduces AMD to an untapped market to traditional computer processing. Watch this. Data centers in the AI market is growing. It is projected to go from $30 billion to $150 billion by 2027. So this will not have NVIDIA in the space alone. It will now put AMD in the space. It will challenge them. Watch this. Lisa Su is a dog. I'm not going to lie. I forgot your boy name from NVIDIA. He a gangster. You know the dope part about this? And I don't want to say this wrong. I think they both are like Asian Americans or of Asian culture, and they dominate. They're the number 1 and number 2 space. AMD already eating Intel lunch. Now they like, bruh, you're not about to eat all this by yourself. AMD already has the pedigree to create a dope chip. Watch this. NVIDIA, the same chip from NVIDIA costs $30,000 or more. AMD said they're going to come in at a slightly cheaper price and still have the same qualifications, but watch this. They're going to offer more gigabytes. Watch this. NVIDIA chip right now has 120 gigabytes. AMD coming in the game at a cheaper price with 192 gigabytes. They coming in the game cheaper and holding more storage. They coming in the game cheaper and holding more storage. Watch this, which means they got a lot more memory. NVIDIA was the only company that had a well-developed software package called the CUDA. It accessed all core chip features. I mean, whatever your chip did, It dug deep and accessed all the features. Guess what AMD said? Not no more. We got our own. We integrated vertically, and it's called the ROCm. So they coming in cheaper. They coming in with more memory, and they saying, and we don't got to use your device, your chip for storage. We got our own. I love business beef. The same way I talked about Apple and Facebook, now we about to talk about NVIDIA and AMD. Ooh, it's about to be good. Because you're going to see it. They're going to bang out. And guess what? It's okay to own the number 1 and number 2 competitors in this space. You know why? Because it's so much room, nobody else is going to be able to compete. Nobody else is going to be able to compete. Oracle going to try to compete, but they 50 years behind. Intel, you can't do it. Apple, don't even play with it. Go on, leave that alone. Microsoft, So, if I want flip it or flush it just on this, we're going to flip NVIDIA, we're going to flip AMD. That's what we're going to do. Let's go a little further, man. All right, man, as we go further, as we move along in the show, we go to y'all favorite part of the show, man. Flush it or flip it, man. Let's go, man. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right, first on the list, put it on their face, man. Let's put it in their face right quick. First on the list, you ain't got to put this one in their face. Let's keep it right here. First on the list is Coca-Cola, man. Coca-Cola is a dominant brand. It's known for the strong Coca-Cola brand. They also own Fanta. They also own Sprite. They also rent space to Monster. They have 2 different companies. They have the Coca-Cola company, and they have the actual, they have the Coca-Cola bottling company and a Coca-Cola concentrate company. One company just sells you the ingredients. One company boxes it up and sends it to you whole. Flush it or flip it. We definitely gonna flip Coca-Cola. I don't care. We gonna hold it, and we gonna hold it. It ain't doing bad. They got a good balance sheet, good company. It's a staple. All right, next company, Johnson & Johnson. Listen, the company has finally broke up into 3 parts. One of the biggest, if not the biggest player inside of the healthcare space. Definitely been riddled with lawsuits, talcum powder, right? Flush it or flip it. What they saying, Jose? Flush it or flip it. We flushing Johnson & Johnson. We're not playing with them people. We're not playing with them people. We're not playing with them people. All right, man. Next, man, we got Salesforce, CRM. The company has been on a tear for the last 2 years. Listen, the CEO, Benioff, he had a great meeting the other day. They had an AI meeting the other day. The actual crazy part was shareholders were trying to kick him out. Well, not trying to kick him out. They had activist investors coming in, trying to kick him out, telling him how to run his doggone business. But he's a founder. He's like, bro, I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to move, how I want to move, when I want to move, and I'm going to build this company the way I want to build it. If you don't know who Salesforce is a company. If you are a large business, Salesforce does all, my girl Connie, always talking about systems. Salesforce does all the systems and back office work for all big companies. That's Salesforce. Your favorite companies, their back office is done by Salesforce. He now talking about implementing AI, doing some things that they want to do. How do you feel about Salesforce? Flush it or flip it? Yeah, we're going to make some money with Salesforce. ExxonMobil, man. ExxonMobil, man, one of the largest companies in the oil and energy space. The company, I'm not mad at the statement the CEO made earlier this year to Joe Biden. When Joe Biden told him, you need to do this with your money, you need to do that with your money, he told Joe Biden, man, get out of my face. We not only paying down debt, we're not only increasing our dividend, we also doing buybacks. Don't tell me what to do with my money. I'm not like these other companies that's making the money because the oil industry made a lot of money last year. How do you feel about Exxon? Flush it or flip it? Even though the oil energy space is going through something, man, I'm going to go on and make some money with Exxon. I ain't mad at that. I like the CEO just for telling Joe Biden, get up out my face. Because if I bark at you too hard, you're going to fall. Like he always do. I'm not going to lie, y'all. Joe Biden, bro, go ahead. You won the president, bro. It's over with for you, bro. Second of all, bro, I ain't want to mention this, bro, but this dude Donald Trump, them people getting him out of here, bro. Them people, bro, you out of here, bro. I'm not saying you're going to go to prison. I'm saying you out of here as far as trying to be the president again. Them people not letting that happen. Them people not letting you, bro, them people socking it to you. Them people trying to Bill Cosby you. Now, I don't know if you're going to go to jail like they did Bill, but they setting an example. Like, no, we not having you as the president. Now, here's the crazy part that I want to say about this, and I'm going to be real. I'm going to be real. This might get us suspended or whatever, but I'm going to say it. Colin Kaepernick got tortured by America for kneeling. That's all he did. He didn't commit a crime. He just said, I want to stand up against injustice. He didn't say nothing about the military. He didn't say nothing about nobody. He just said, my kneel is for police brutality and injustice in my community. The world went berserk. Same people now, Donald Trump is fighting crazy allegations. I don't even care if it's innocent to proven guilty. There has to be a standard for the pedigree and the prestige of being the perceived most powerful person in America, the president. You got to be squeaky clean, bro. These same people saying he should still run for president. Where's the backlash? My man just wanted to play quarterback. He didn't want to run the world. He just wanted to play football. Bro, I just want to play football. I went my whole life practice to play football. It was an outroar. My man like, yo, I'm about to run for president still with the charges. In my mind, I'm just like, this is crazy. And I don't even care what side you on. I'm just saying, my man just wanted to play football, a sport. Like, he didn't want to run the world. He want to play football. Does that make sense? Am I tripping? Like, my man just wanted to play football. Like, yo, go out, run, throw it, hike. Bro, he just said, bro, I'm just kneeling because I want some highlight on the people in the black and brown community that's getting the piss beat out of them and getting killed by the police. That's all I'm saying. I'm not kneeling against the veterans that fought for America. I'm not disrespecting the flag. I'm just saying people getting killed in the hood, and as an NFL, I think we got enough power to say something about it. That's all he said, bro. The people took on a whole nother narrative with that. It was the people. Oh, he disrespecting the army. The man said, no, I'm not. But we got a dude as a president that was grabbing women by the snatch. We got a dude that was, you feel me? We got a dude that was, and he said it. Just grab him by the speed. At some point, do we have to have a certain type of conduct to be the most perceived powerful man? Like, can you, bro, listen, I can't own a pistol because I got charges. I got to go fight for that, bro. Like, sometimes, bro, I just sit back and laugh at the thing. I can see why people don't really be respecting what's going on in America, bro. And bro, and here's the crazy part. Why do we got this foolishness all over the news? All right, flush it or flip it. CVS, y'all. CVS, pharmaceutical company. Actually, had the most stores out of all companies. How do we feel about that? Flush it or flip it. People ain't making no money, man. People ain't making no money, man. People ain't making no money. Next, Texas Instrument. Listen, the company is partnered with Apple and iPhone, right?
That boy is good.
Oh, my bad. They partnered with Apple and iPhone. It's a great company. How do we feel about Texas Instruments? Netflix, Reed Hastings. Listen, Reed Hastings has changed the game on how we look at streaming companies. Reed Hastings has said, hey, yo, check it out, Barrel. Ask them how much they're charging to get the people. Ask them how much they're charging to become a company. To be a streaming company. Then he said we locking down passwords. And once he locked down the passwords, guess what happened? Stock soared. He had it add tiers and said no more password sharing. How do we feel about Netflix? All right, man, Boeing. Man, the largest airplane manufacturer in the world. It just hit a 52-week high. Just hit a 52-week high. The company is positioned well. The backlog for airplanes and aircraft are great. How do we feel about Boeing? How do we feel, Jose? I ain't gonna lie. I like Boeing. All right. Lowe's. All right, we talking about the competitor to Home Depot. We talking about a company that manufactures that, the home improvement space. How do we feel about Lowe's? How do we feel about Lowe's, Jose? Y'all won't flip everything, no. Jose be saying, hoo, hoo, hoo. What the hell that mean, Jose? What the hell does hoo, hoo, hoo mean? I got to figure out what that one mean. What that mean, Gendy, you know? That sound like some Alvin and the Chipmunks. Hoo, hoo, hoo. I don't know. I'm about to hit Toot in the stomach. All right, United Healthcare, man, the biggest supplier in the healthcare industry. It's huge when it comes to 70% of claims. How do we feel about United Healthcare? I like United Healthcare. All right, last but not least, Southern Company. We're talking about a utility company that specifically deals in the South. When you get your electricity, you kind of got to go through them. How do we feel about Southern Company? Pay a good dividend in the utility space. How do we feel about Southern Company? Talk to me, Jose. Yeah, we're going to flush that. All right, man, let's flush it or flip it. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. All right, man, 1-800-TRAPPER hotline. Let's get into it.
Yo, Trap, what it do, King? How you doing? This is Marcus here. I ain't got Trap or retire, but I got a little something. No, my question is, I'm aware that when a share buyback occurs, right, with the company and removes shares off the market, in turn possibly affecting the stock price in a positive way. So my question is, when this happens, is it a good time to buy the stock before the buyback date? If you're trading for the short term, so you can take advantage of that initial bump with the stock price, or is that bump not guaranteed because it still depends on what company it is and what the economy is doing at that particular time? Appreciate it, King. Master of the Triple Beam. See you in LA. It's a tour.
Hey, you try to finesse me, dog. Say, don't try to finesse me. Don't try to finesse me, dog. Hey, you done put my saying on a shirt, bro. And you come out here smiling. You feel me? I'm going to let you slide. You hear me? I'm going to let you slide. Even though I got that copyrighted, trademark, don't be A. Hey, I ain't got the trap but tie on, trap but. You're a trap. I ain't got that trap but tire, but dog, look. Hey, I'm in Master of the Triple Beam. Hey, I'm coming to the tour, dog. Hey, don't have no pop-up shop talking about if you allow them get, hey, don't you have no damn pop-up shop. I'm watching you. Talking about new gear on the way, new merch on the way. If you allow them to feed you, hey, I'm going to let that slide. Don't you have no pop-up shop, bro, in L.A. You feel me? I'm going to be watching your ass, bro. Then he going to smile. Yeah, my dog. I'm in L.A., dog. Look, he let me know. Look, Master of the Triple Beam. I'm in L.A. At least you could have had some Trap attire too, dog. You could at least be like, Trap, I got some merch, but look, dog. It's all good, bro. It's all good. So the buybacks don't always guarantee the bump. Here's why. Because even though one, it depends on the company. Two, it depends on when the buyback takes place. And three, you don't necessarily know when the buyback is going to take place. You just know that they said we're going to do a buyback. We've got approved for $60 million, whatever. So I wouldn't make a trade based on the information that they got the buyback. I would make the trade based on it's a great company and like if Apple said we're going to do a buyback, it's probably going to happen. You know, it's going to boost the company. So that's how I feel about that. So I wouldn't base the trade based on the buyback itself. I would base the trade on it being a great company. All right, let's go for it, family.
Yo, Trav, it's Miguel. Big Trappin' Tuesdays. I got a question for you. What advice would you give to retailers to have an advantage over the market over the top hedge funds in the world? And when will you, oh man. Yo, Trav, it's Miguel. Big Trappin' Tuesdays. I got a question for you. What advice would you give to retailers to have an advantage over the market over the top hedge funds in the world? And when will you, oh man.
up. I say, did you go save him, fam? Fam, what happened? Somebody jumped in the pool? Did somebody jump in the pool? My dog said, oh, man, damn. My dog, either my dog forgot the question or somebody jumped in the pool they ain't had no business. My dog said, oh, man, damn. Oh, man. My guy, Miguel. God damn it, man. Y'all, bro, I love the Trap Out Hotline, fam. Bro, like, it lifts my energy up, bro. Like, my dog said, God damn, you know how you just get frustrated? Like, damn, I forgot. Man, run it back one more time, man. Let me see it again. Man. One more time.
Yo, Trav, it's Miguel, Big Trappin Tuesdays. I got a question for you. What advice would you give to retailers to have an advantage over the market over the top hedge funds in the world? And when will you, oh, man.
Hey, look, I'm watching my dog eyes. He looking at the pool like, don't go in there. Man, don't jump in the water. You see me trying to, damn. He forgot the question at the same, that's why he forgot the question, because somebody went and jumped in the pool. That's why he forgot the question. I saw his eyes. Oh, man, my dog. All right, Miguel, so to answer your question, I feel like we do have an advantage. Here's why we have an advantage. Because hedge funds are trying to make money for people. So because their goal is to make money for people, they are trying to actually time the market. I feel like we have an advantage because we don't have to time the market. We can find great companies and we can get them at a good price. You feel what I'm saying? And we have the luxury of being patient. When you're a hedge fund manager, so you have the duty of making people money. And I'm gonna be real. I had to get out of that mind frame with the recession portfolio with the triple beam group. Here's why. Because when I first did it a couple times, a couple people was asking me, Trap, where to trade at? And I felt like I was pressured to make a trade. That's why I said in there, yo, don't ask me to make no trades. And when I said that a few times, I took that energy off myself. And I was able to trade, make the couple trades, and we shut out the park with them because I was able to move how I wanted to move. When you trying to invest for somebody, there's always pressure on. That's why I won't invest for people. Because people don't have the same. People will say they trust you until you lose them some money. Then you a bum. Then you don't know what the hell you're talking about. So we have the advantage because we're not under no pressure. We can let the market go right now. If a hedge fund is not, I can guarantee you right now, every hedge fund right now has some type of, they've increased their exposure to AI. You know why? Because the people who they're investing for, they looking at AI running and they're like, bro, why you not in that? Why you not over there? I need some of that money. So I think that's how we got the advantage on them. Let's go a little further.
What up with it, Trap, man? I'm asking about UPS. Do you feel like they gonna go on strike? Or do you feel like they gonna pay them workers, man? I was just looking at how they went on strike in, I think, 1997, and how that kind of still impacts the company to this day. So I'm really looking at putting some puts on that thing. Because I'm just hearing some stuff. From some employees, and it just sounds like I don't think UPS gonna pay them boys. I think they going on strike. So from your fundamental standpoint, do you feel like they going on strike? Or you feel like they gonna pay them boys? Let me know.
Man, what you looking at? What you watching out for, dog? You making me panic. He making me panic like, yo, what you think, dog? What you looking at, dog? Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. So just overall, I don't think UPS is a good company at all. I don't like them. And so we're looking at the fundamentals. The fundamentals don't dictate that at all. And I wouldn't basically just base putting the puts on hearsay. I would base it on the market and what the market is saying. So I would look at now you got to go a little bit more into news. Now, what I will say is the strike itself is a reason for the company to be bearish, because no company wants to be on post for not paying people. And that alone can cause a decline in the stock price. So that's my answer to that, family. So I'm not going to tell you to put a put, but I will say that there could be a reason for that. You know what I'm saying? Plus, with Amazon, next day delivery, like those are reasons why, because they losing at the game that they was good at. You know what I'm saying? They're losing at the game that they were good at. So that's how I feel about that. Let's go a little further. That's it? Or we got one more? Okay.
Hey, what up, Trap? Had a question for you about AI and its relation to quantum computing. So it seems like AI is really taking the scene now. You see it all over the news. You see it everywhere. What are your thoughts on quantum computing now? And will it be relevant in the future? Is this an industry we should look at?
100% quantum computing, machine learning. We can't get around it. We can't get around it no way possible. It's definitely something we should look at, which is why I like companies like MongoDB. You know, I like companies like that in that space. Quantum computing is definitely is going to improve, but you got to find a company that can do more than just that. Right? You got to find a company that can do more than just that. Like, let that sink in. Remember, that's going to be one thing, but you got to find a company that can do multiple things, because the one thing won't be enough just to drive the company. So I want you to find out if they do that, and then what are the other components that they do that keep it. But definitely AI is something we can't go around. It's something we can't miss, but it's definitely something that we should add to it, man. Man, I appreciate. That's it? Oh, that's one more. All right, man. Thank you for it. Remember, man, if you want to get your call answered, definitely come in. The calls are for what? Master the Triple Beam and Triple Beam team. All right, and we just pick 4 each week. And then if you did ask a question and you didn't get called, I'm going to just go in a group one day this week and just hit you up. Boom, 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 boom. Answer questions like I did last week. Don't trip. For everybody that's scared about the Google Play, listen, we win some, we lose some. But right now, I'm still bullish on the Google Play. We got the call out till January. It's still trading within a certain range. It does go against us a little bit if it doesn't pick up during a certain amount of time. I definitely want to see what it does by the end of this month going into July. I don't want to hold it too long. But if we got to take an L on it, we got to take an L on it. We done made a lot of money. We done went, maybe 5-6 trades in a row where we banged out. So we got to take a little L on this one. It's okay. But I truly feel like we going to come out on top. I'm watching it. It had a great day yesterday. It kind of shimmied off us today. But I didn't see any bad news that actually drove the stock down. So I just want to see why it's not partaking in the run-up. But I do feel like if we get to 125, 126, we broke that barrier where we need to go at, and we're going to go up a little further. So that's my idea on that for all my people in Trapper, Master the Triple Beam, and that. Let's go a little further. All right, learn the lingo, man. Let's go a little further, tap into it. Yeah, if it don't, that's my goal. Shazam X. Yeah, if it don't pick up by July, that's kind of my date. If we don't get up by July, if it don't find some momentum by July, then we looking at November to get out of it, and that means with the market running for 2 months and it haven't partaken in that rally for 2 months, then I'll probably just get out of it and go somewhere else. So we ain't really tripping on it. All right, rolling recession, economic downturn that only affects some sectors at a time. We talked about this early, and I want y'all to understand this, man. So we talk about a rolling recession. That's when I talked to y'all about it earlier. You have parts of the S&P that's doing good, but parts of the other different sectors of the economy is doing bad. So we see technology doing good, but if we look at it at other parts of the market, they not doing good. So that's why I say I don't want us to get so caught up into this bull market that they pushing. Yes, the S&P has topped what it was supposed to do. It hasn't been there since 2020. Yes, some big companies are hitting all-time highs. Yes, we've done that, but there's still 40% of the market that's in the decline and about 30% of the market that still ain't banging. So if you take those 30% of them top 10 out, you still have 70% of the market that's either breaking even or in decline. That is not a bull market. So I just want us to understand that. Let's go a little further. All right, man. So this week I decided to skip the breaking down the brick because we pushing that 3 hours and 30 minute mark. I knew it was going to be a long class. It is what it is. And we skipped the breaking down the brick and we skipped the wealth track. To all my people that's in the Patreon, I will give you a breaking down the brick stock and I'll give you a lottery pick this week. Don't worry about it. Give me tomorrow for the breaking down the brick, all my people that's in the Patreon, and give me by Friday to give you the lottery pick. I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. Thank you for not tripping on me last week, for not giving you a lottery pick. I was with my daughter. I just spent time with her, y'all. I still answered all y'all questions in the group, but I just want to spend time with my daughter. And I know y'all pay me to give y'all what I'm supposed to give y'all. Thank y'all for just not tripping. I don't know if anybody did trip, but thank y'all for not tripping. I was chilling with my little one. We was in New York. I just wanted to spend time with her. Thank y'all for that. We didn't do a breaking down the brick. We didn't do a certified trapper this week, and we're not going to do a well track this week. Next week, I got y'all. This week, I will give y'all in the group, so it's all good. I pushed 3 hours and 30 minutes. I don't want to go, I don't want to go 4 hours, because then I'm going to really have to hit two of them out. He still be fussing like a grandpa. So, I will say this in the chat. Man, we going on a goddamn tour, y'all. And I'm so excited about that. I'm excited about that because as we build this brand, as we grow this brand, I saw something that was inspiring, not in a bad way, in a good way. What's the pastor name that just passed away? Dave, what's the pastor name that just passed away from the 700 Club? Pat Robertson passed away. So let me say this. I'm not celebrating that he passed away. What I did look at when he passed away was he left a media company. He left a Christian media company behind. That's legacy. CBN. Christian, what it is? CBN. Yeah, Christian Broadcast Network. Yeah, it's Christian Broadcast Network, CBN. He left that behind. He created that. So when I think about that, I think about legacy. Like we know, and this is going to bring me straight into my wise word from the OG. We talking about legacy right here. And when you think about legacy, what was your impact to the world? And so when we think about Pat Robertson, like I remember being young and he had the 700 Club. I ain't never watched it, but I remember it. But when I looked across the Christian world, he was that guy. He was legendary. And when I was reading it in the paper, I was like, damn, I didn't even know he had the Christian broadcast. I didn't know that was him. I heard about it, but I didn't know it was him. And then the thing it says, leaving behind a Christian media company. And immediately that just meant a lot to me. And as I sit back and I ask myself, what are we doing, Trap? What are we building, Trap? We're building legacy. The Wallstreet Looks Like Us Now Network. WSLLUN Network. That's what we're building. And when we understand that, I want us to understand what it is when I say we going on tour. We going on tour mean a lot to me. Me going on tour means, we get to go to 7 cities, we get to go to 7 states, and we get to plant our flag. I don't care who else got a flag there. We get to plant our flag. And that's only the beginning. Because once we plant that flag, we're going to come back, we're going to regroup, and guess what? We're going to figure out a way to go on tour again in the next 6-7 months and go plant some more flags. And the reason why I want to do it this way, the reason why I want the tickets to be feasible, because I don't want nobody to have an excuse why they can't get this game. We playing a game at a whole nother level, y'all. We playing a game in a way that can change not only our lives, but it can change our people behind us lives. And so I ask you, what is your financial fortitude? What is it? What is it that we must go beyond? What is it that we must go beyond? How far must we go? What barriers must we break in order to become trailblazers? Not just for ourselves. How do we shift the dynamics of our family? How do we change our last name into an asset? What is it that we must do? Are we equipped for it? Are we equipped for it? I won't go deep. I won't go strong because I feel like we gave a lot of gain tonight. But I told you tonight, we got to plant the seeds, y'all. We are the trailblazers. We are the ones who are going to shift the dynamic in our family. We are that. We are that. We got to change the money scripts that we had. The money script that told us we aren't worthy of money. The money scripts that put a cap on what we think we can make. We got to change those money scripts. We got to change those money behaviors. We got to change those money attitudes. But I'm excited about life. I'm excited because I know right now there's a movement of people that is dedicated to getting money out the market because they tired of getting it out the mud. When I say Wall Street looks like us now, I understand now that there's a movement of people, and we just getting started, that truly believe and have the confidence to go get it out the market and not out the mud. You ain't got to go work 2 jobs no more. You ain't got to go work 3 jobs no more. You ain't got to work 2 jobs in an Uber no more. You ain't got to have the side hustles no more. The side hustles is only used to fund the account so you can get some money out the market. And so when I say Wall Street looks like us now, man, I'm talking about an extreme pivot. And I'm saying we may be here right now, but I'm telling you, in 5 years, in 10 years, it's going to be a whole movement out there that's going to take the world by surprise that they ain't going to be ready for. And for that, man, I'm proud to be the front of that. I don't got to be the leader. I don't got to be whatever. I'm glad to know that I'm a part of it. I'm a part of the generation that now says I can go get money out the stock market. I am a part of the generation that says I'm going to have passive income for dividends. I am part of the generation that says I'm going to have $1 million portfolio. I am part of the generation that says I will be the first one to have $1 million portfolio in my family. I'm the first one that's going to master trading options in my family. I'm the first one that's going to master learning buy and hold in my family. I'm the first one that's going to learn how to invest in REITs in my family. I'm the first one who is going to be a certified Wall Street trap in my family, but I will not be the last. I'm proud to be a part of that. I'm proud to be a part of that. I'm proud to be a part of the generation. I'm proud to be a part of the vanguard. I'm proud to be a part of the vanguard that will eradicate living check to check. I'm proud. We may not be the most technology savvy. We may not be the smartest in the room, but guess what we know how to do? We know how to go print some money out the market. I'm part of that movement that's going to say we don't need your unemployment. I'm part of that movement that's going to say we got our own health care. I'm part of that movement that's going to say we don't need your 401k. I'm part of that movement that's going to say we don't need your pension plan. I don't need you to match my funds. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need your blueprint. I don't need you to do what's best for me because I can do what's best for myself. I don't need you to manage my money because I can manage my money. I don't need you. I'm part of that movement. I don't care where I'm at on the list. I'm just glad I'm a part of that movement. So when I say Wall Street looks like us now, in my mind and in my heart, this the uniform that everybody gonna wear in a few years. In my mind, in my heart, everybody gonna have certified Wall Street Trapper gear on. In my mind and in my heart, if you allow them to feed you, get them permission to starve you, it's gonna be the logo everybody have on. In my mind, turning my last name to an asset, everybody gonna live by that. In my mind, I am a financial revolutionary. Everybody gonna live by that and they gonna die by that. It's gonna be a poster in your wall. It's gonna be a plaque in your wall. In my mind, that trapper mantra, that philosophy of a trapper is going to be in everybody's household. We're going to know it like we know the Star Spangled Banner. In my mind, that's my vision. And I'm glad to be a part of that. I'm glad to be a part of that. I don't care where I'm at. I don't care if I'm the biggest. I don't care if I'm the smallest. I don't care where I'm at. I'm just glad to be a part of that. Dr. King ain't care if he was the biggest or the smallest. He had a vision. Malcolm X ain't care if he was the biggest or the smallest. He had a vision. Fred Hampton ain't care if he was the biggest or the smallest. He had a vision. But here's the thing about it being vision. It only gets powerful when you're willing to die for it. And I'm going to just keep it real with y'all, yo. I'm willing to die for it. I remember telling my cuz something early. I want you to remember this, cuz. I was at cuz' house. He was in Baton Rouge, and I showed him this book. And the book had 100 most influential black people. And I said, cuz, I'm gonna tell you 3 things about the people in this book. He said, what? I said, 1, they all had purpose. 2, they was all willing to die for it because there was a threat. 3, they all died for it. Remember that, cuz? I said, y'all died for it. And then my next statement to cuz was this, and I promise you this was 2018. I say, cuz, the message, when we start teaching people about this investing in the stock market, I say, cuz, I'm so all in on it, cuz, and this was in 2018. I say, cuz, I'm willing to die for this one. And people can say all they want, you ain't willing, bro, you don't know what's in my heart. And in my heart, I ain't lying. I feel like I can save people that was on the streets. In my heart, my mission started because, I was like, bro, I'm tired of going to funerals. In my heart, I was like, bro, I'm 30 years old, bro. I've been to more funerals than weddings. It don't make no sense to me, bro. I know more about law than holy matrimony. Bro, I done seen more. I don't understand it. I know more people on food stamps than got pensions. I don't understand it. I know more people got part-time jobs than to get retired. I'm like, bro, this ain't right. Everybody I know risking their life. Everybody I know willing to go to jail. Everybody I know willing to get killed. Everybody I know accepting this shit as the norm. This ain't right. I said, this ain't right. There's got to be a way that these people making all this money that we don't know. This ain't right. This ain't fair. But I realized something. America ain't never been fair. They don't know how to spell fair. How the hell the same presidents that say equality is a thing, how the same presidents that say the reason why we fought Great Britain because they was too oppressive in nature can turn right around and people like Thomas Jefferson, the founding fathers, owned 600 slaves. This don't make sense to me. How? How is this possible? How can America have the first mortgage system that was created in America was a mortgage on financing slaves? It wasn't on financing houses. houses, it was for financing slaves. The same banks that's in conjunction right now who finance houses, they were in on financing slaves. I'm a finance the slave. You pay me interest on a slave. I just want to know, how in the hell do we want America to be fair when America was built on slavery as capitalism? There's no way it can be fair. There was a such thing as slave bonds. Slave bonds. Just like the market crashed in 2008 because we were over leveraged because of the mortgages. Guess what? 1937. Guess why we had the crash? Guess why we had the crash? Because cotton became over leveraged. Slave labor, they over leveraged it. They're not going to tell you that. Go look at the crash. Go look at the crash. Go look at why we crashed. 1837. Go look at the crash. Go look at why we crashed. It was too big to fail. Everybody believed in cotton. Everybody believed in slavery. It was too big to fail. But guess what America did? Guess what America did? They did what they always do when they get greedy. They over leveraged. They had too many slave bonds out, too much cotton. Guess what they blamed the crash on? The prices of cotton. Why the prices of cotton fell like that? What happened? America ain't never been fair. How the hell we wanted to be fair? How we wanted to be fair. This ain't fair, but it ain't never gonna be fair. So in my mind, I say, bro, this ain't right. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I've been figuring it out the whole way because in my mind and in my heart, I had a vision, I had a dream, and nobody ain't gotta believe me. But in my mind, I had a vision and I had a dream, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. Right now, that vision, I understand it now. It's clear now. It's clicking now. So I realized I could just stand on my own and go my own way. No beef against nobody, but their territory is their territory. My territory is my territory. I gotta go get what I see. The vision is clear right now. So when you see that Wall Street looks like Us Now Network, that's the vision. Because the vision is we're gonna create movies, we're gonna create TV shows, we're gonna tour, we're gonna create books, we're gonna create workshops, all under the network. And guess what? It's all predicated around telling the story the way I see it. I ain't gotta hide from nobody. I ain't gotta paint my vision. I ain't gotta include nothing I won't include. It's mine. I'm my own distributor. I'm my own producer. I'm gonna funnel their networks to funnel everybody to mine. So when I tell everybody, yo, it's $7.99 to be on the network, y'all, but I promise y'all, it's gonna be worth your while. You know what my people gonna say? Bro, we rocking with Trap, bro. You gotta be all in on the vision. So when I see somebody like a Pat Robertson pass away, and we like, damn, we all gotta go, and I see, yo, he got a 7, 8, 9 figure network, I'm like, oh, bad. He had a vision. He had a vision for what he wanted Christianity to look like. And the vision, he wanted to tell a story. He wanted to create shows from his vision. Guess what? Nobody can kill your vision for you, but you got to be bold enough to go after it. That's the problem. People ain't bold enough to go after their vision. They worrying about what people gonna say. They worrying about who gonna ride with you. You worrying about who ain't supporting you. Check this out, fam. They got 8 billion people in the world. Your 25 friends, they ain't gonna make you wealthy. So tonight I want us to just tap in. I just want us to tap in, man. 3 hours and 45 minutes, man. Episode 47, I feel like this one is a classic. We broke our record, y'all. 3,800 people in the group, almost 39, almost 4,000 people. Man, I love y'all. I love y'all. Cause without y'all, ain't no Wall Street Trapper. Without y'all, ain't no Wall Street looks like Us Now. Without y'all, ain't no Wall Street looks like Us Now Network. Without y'all, we don't get the job done. Without y'all, we not gonna have the sold out shows, cause I can't go talk to my damn self. Without y'all, we ain't gonna have 7 sold out shows. Without y'all, we ain't gonna be able to spread the message. Check this out. Without y'all, ain't no nothing. Ain't no nothing. And so because of y'all, I'm willing to come from behind the camera. Because of y'all, that's why we started doing it in the building. I wanted to beta test it. I said, okay, the people willing to come in, $97 is a good price. Bet. Now we gonna hit the streets, y'all. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. I told my team this out the gate. I said, bro, I don't even care about us being profitable on this tour. I just want the data. I feel like we can fill out 800 to 1,000 people. I just want the data. Because what is it gonna cost me to fly my team out there from out of my pocket? What is it gonna cost me to get the venues? What is it gonna cost me to feed everybody? What is it gonna cost me for the VIPs, yo? I already know I'm not gonna make that bet, but guess what? I'm willing to take a loss to make a quantum leap. I'm willing to take an L to take a quantum leap, because here's what I know. Once we do 7 cities successfully, guess what? We're going to come back and do 12 cities successfully. And guess what? This time, we know how to operate. Because guess what? We can go, that same project that's going to cost me this, is going to cost me the same thing next year when I do it. But guess what? We can go from 800 to 1,000 to 3,000. We can go to next year, we can go from 3,000 to 7,000. We can go from 7,000 to 10,000. So I ain't tripping on losing on the tour the first couple years. We just won't plant the flag. We won't let the people know y'all can touch us. We won't let the people know I'm here for y'all. We won't let the people know this price reasonably. We won't let the people know. And we ain't gonna motivate you, we gonna equip you. That's the difference. That's the difference. Because we coming from heart. We coming from passion. We coming from purpose. We coming with presentation. But last and not least, we coming from experience. I ain't got to get nobody else to talk for me. I know it. I ain't know how to be a millionaire. I ain't know how to build. I made a whole bunch of mistakes. And guess what? I wrote every last one of them down. So guess what you're going to get on a tour? Here's the mistakes I made, y'all. Here's the mistakes you can avoid, y'all. I love y'all. I love how y'all fight for me in the comments. I love how y'all fight for me on my posts. I love how y'all would accept me when I make some grammatical errors. It ain't that I don't know how to spell, yo. I'm typing from my phone. I make some errors sometimes. I love how y'all love on me enough to say, Trap, you made an error right here, but I get the message. I love how y'all love on me. And I ain't saying pause and all that, because I know it's genuine love. I know the king show me love. I know the queen show me love. I know the kings be like, Trap, dog, I love you, bro. I know how hard it is for another man who don't know that man to say, bro, I love you, bro. You changed my life. I love you, bro. I got my wife and my kids with me, bro. I love you. I watch grown men come right up here and say, bro, I love you. I got my kids and my wife with me. Bro, I know how much that takes for a black man to show another black man that type of love. Bro, I love y'all. This ain't no clout chasing. You think I'm gonna talk to y'all for 4 hours because I'm chasing some clout? Man, I love y'all. I love this movement. I love what we represent. I love where we headed. And I don't care if 10 people was in here for 4 to 6 weeks. Guess what? I'ma still show up. Because at this point in my life, yo, I'm gonna be real with y'all. It ain't about the money, but from the network, because I can go get it out the market. I ain't gonna get that out the market. Once I make sure my people paid, I'm all right. Once I make sure my people, meaning y'all in the chat, once I make sure y'all paid, I'm all right. I'm all right. So I want y'all to know that, man. Like, I love y'all. And I mean that from my heart. I love the way y'all watch me grow from being Wall Street trapper, just on some ignorant stuff, but still had the information, to y'all letting me evolve into who I am now. I promise y'all, I got a whole lot to go. But check this out, y'all. I'm going to always be authentically Trap, and I love the fact that y'all love me for that. I don't never say I always say we. I love y'all for that. I love y'all for that, and I want y'all to know that, man. Like, I pray for y'all. I remember being on the live, and I donated, like, I think I had like 400 people on the live one day. We were looking at TD Jakes. I counted the people in the live, and then I donated money for everybody in the live, and I said, yo, I just laid $1 for everybody on the live, plus myself and my family. I sowed a seed for all of us. I love y'all, man. I love y'all. I love y'all. Let's go, man. Trappin' Tuesday. Trappin' Tuesday. Episode 47. Tuesday, give me a track, my guy. We on tour, people. Let's go, baby. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Trappin' Tuesday, episode 47, man. Hey, do me a favor, y'all. Every Thursday, we drop the audio. I want y'all to go to Apple Podcasts right now while y'all still feeling the energy. All 2,400 of y'all. I want y'all to download as many episodes as you can and then put it on automatic download. Jose dropped a download Wednesday. He dropped one Thursday. He dropped one Friday. He dropped one Saturday. He dropped one Monday. He dropped one Tuesday. He dropped me clips for the show. We know damn well y'all ain't gonna listen to no 4 hours in a row. I got y'all while we live. I ain't gonna get y'all again. So we break the episodes down into pieces. Man, go download all of them, man. Also, on the channel, Jose drop a show almost every day. Man, go like that show, subscribe to the show. Let's get to 100,000 people before the end of the year on this channel alone and the Wallstreet Trappin channel. Man, share that out, man. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. 4 hours in, 2 days. Take us home, baby. Take us home, partner. Yes, sir. We love y'all. We love y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Good night, y'all. Y'all be blessed, man. We on tour.